Yep.
apart from Rena.
Well, her turn is not up until a few.
Yeah, you got a few spaces. So let's see, let's give it a little ticking here. P.O., Botch, Webgun, you all ready?
Yep.
Should be.
Yep.
Good, because it's Siegfried's turn. But first of all, we'll start with a recap. For it is another session of rescue within Raxis. They're almost there. They've almost reached it. But first, there was an artillery position. There were ogres with ballistas, raining down large logs of devastation. They tore many hit points out of him. They decided, first of all, to go with subterfuge. And so the skinny human Siegfried dressed himself up as a half-orc, stepped on up, not knowing a single word of Orcish, and attempted to ingratiate himself. About 6 seconds later, he was on the floor unconscious, and the party was running in to help him. Since then, the ogres have been raining down death and destruction, sometimes with bolts, sometimes with their own bodies that have splattered and not got up again. As it stands, the ballista team are still alive. Malgern Torevir, dwarven fighter, accepted the goading that the wizard gave him, is now face down on the floor after tussling with the shaman. Things are looking grim, but there's not many enemies left. They're just all very well armed.
And what arms they are.
Big fucking arms. Bigger than Cornelius. And so we begin again. Midway in the battle, Siegfried, it is your turn. You have just seen... Well, actually, let's take a look here. What was the last sort of turns? Yeah. You've had a few moments of seeing Malgern just hit the dirt with a clunk. There have been ballista bolts sailing around you. You are not in your best condition.
No, I'm not.
But, I mean... What do you do in this situation? You've gotten cover. You're hiding for all it's worth. A reminder that their biggest all these inclines are 20 feet, not the indicated 10. They're very steep.
And I'm prone at the moment, if I remember right.
Yep.
Well, the first thing to do is stand up.
Yep. You were knocked prone by a chain wielding ogre. Who took you down. Couldn't get the wolf, though. You've had 2 weeks to think about it. What are you doing?
Well, I think I'm going to have to dash as my...
Okay, gives you 45 feet.
Yep. Which should be enough to get to Malgern.
Let's see. Yeah, 5, 10. Yep. Easy enough.
Or is there fine? Can I stand there is the question.
You can. Pressed up against the wall.
And I'm going to use my bonus action. I think I can do it. Yeah, I can do it on a bonus action of shoving a potion down.
Yep. Would have worked either way. A potion can be a full action as well. It usually is in standard rules. But either way, you
I mean,
yeah, either way,
yeah,
you used your
that's-
dash. Well, roll your dice. What type of potion is it?
just a standard. It's not anything
Alright,
brilliant.
2d4 plus 2. As you were running towards Malgern's prone condition, the shaman was watching every one of your movements. And now
And
he's
just
right there
letting
with
you do it.
And while Malgern thought he looked scrawny, he is still a foot taller than you are. Malgern, consciousness
Malgern
returns
now
to you.
has
Six.
6 hit points.
Malgern, that didn't feel good. This wasn't
Everything
like
hurts.
this wasn't getting bitten or bludgeoned. This was having your very life force extinguished painfully. It's like every little moment of your spirit was just tore away. So there's a shred of it left. Just like it feels like there's a shred of you left.
Yeah, just a shred of that, my dignity, you know.
No, that's long gone.
Oh yeah, you lost that in the start of campaign 1.
Wow.
Castalia.
Me.
Situation's a little better over there. So is that a little... That's a bit of... There we go.
Well, Malgur needs to flip back on the suite.
At the moment he's prone.
Uh,
Still got a team of angry ballista ogres.
each one of these squares is 10 feet, right?
5.
5. Oh, so I do get a bit more movement.
Yeah, you've got 6 squares of movement.
Oh, okay.
12 if you dash.
I'm gonna move here, I guess. And this guy,
Alrighty.
because I can actually hit him.
You're able to hit the other ogres too. They are very large. They are prominent and obvious.
True, but I figure if I attack those that have thinking, they might just... The ogres just might shoot wherever.
I believe I injured 2 of those ogres as well.
You know what? I'm gonna shoot the ogre on the extreme left and the orc. 1 beam to each.
Yeah, I'll let you know. The 2 ogres on the
Right.
left, they've both got some scorch marks on them.
Right. Well,
The left one
most
looks the
extreme-
worst.
Well, the one on the extreme left's getting first shot,
Solid hit.
and the orc gets a S.
Yeah, it just sails past him.
Let's see. Do have line of sight. So I'm going to use my bonus action to curse the shaman.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Curse or
What the-
Hexblade's curse?
Hexblade, I don't have the actual curse spell.
Okay.
And what does that do?
Gives me a lot of advantages, but not much for anyone else. But if he dies, I get to heal.
Correction, I meant Hex. 'Cause there's Hexblade's curse and Hex, normally.
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Alrighty. Well, this one saw you shooting off beams of dark energy at his mate, which he didn't really care about, but you do seem an easier target. Let's see, where is the bolt thrower? There we go. Ooh, good
Yep.
start. 20 piercing
Ooh.
Ow.
as it smashes into your side. Suddenly those translucent silks and jewelry chain, not feeling that protective. But hey, maybe it was a lucky shot. Hoofgang! You begin your turn with your mouth full of ogre flesh.
Time to advance.
Good idea. Suggestion? Maybe dash?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Because, I mean, those ogres are pretty bulky, and these are pretty steep inclines. They might actually have a bit of a tricky shot hitting around here.
Okay.
Okay.
So you reckon up there?
Yeah, there will be a bit tricky. The orc will still have a shot on you, but the ogres, I mean, they can't really lean forward without just toppling.
Yeah.
Cornelius, you
Yeah.
are the bottom of the hill, behind some large stones for cover.
Yeah. Would I have to move in order? Well, I guess I can't see the shaman actually from here.
Now, you can't see the shaman.
I don't-
The ogres are pretty obvious, but let's see here. You can get the leftmost one, easy enough. The one to the right, you'd need to pop out of cover.
But the ones to the very right can't hit me with ballistas at the
He
moment.
can't hit you right now, no.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna use a scorching ray on this one then.
Okay.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That was enlarged reduce. Sorry.
Ooh.
Bam.
Unfortunately, he didn't have advantage, so that's 14 damage total. The third one nearly hits,
Yeah.
but he's
That's. I don't know. I just wanted to say that's all my scorching rays. I have no more second level spells. I have no more third level spells.
ouch. But you managed to take a good fair chunk out of him, just scorching big cauterizing blasts across his huge exposed flanks and biceps. Just scores taken out of him. He's looking pretty rough. Not bloodied, but rough.
And that's the end of my turn. I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay. Which ogre? Which ogre
Because
have we
that
got?
one, because now that one will just shoot at Rain instead, and not at me.
He moves up, get himself a better line of sight. You cruel
I will
asshole.
say, I would say it's only because right after I said I ended my turn that I noticed that Rain was still in clear sight. It was not planned that way.
This one doesn't want the shaman to get hurt, though. So he's going to take a shot at the dwarf that's on the ground. And fail. Although still a fucking good roll for disadvantage. Malgurn, you're on the ground. It hurts. That's about sums up your life right now. Also, you may be muted.
I get up, and what's up with the guy next to me? Is he dead?
No.
No.
He is
No,
bloodied
he's
and
bloodied.
currently cursed.
All right. Well, I'm mad. He made me hurt,
Yes.
so we're gonna try to kill him.
That's a hit.
How's he feel now?
He's still up.
All right.
Also a hit.
How does he feel now?
He feels like he was just malgurned.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're fucking kidding, right?
1 HP.
Jesus Christ. Then I'm gonna stay put.
I know it's coming.
Do you want to shove him over or something? You got your bonus.
Oh yeah, I can do. Yeah, fuck it. Let's tussle this guy.
Okay.
So it's were we using athletics for that?
I think it's... Yeah, it's
Or is
strength
it just
athletics.
straight up?
Yeah.
Whatever.
He stays standing.
Alright, that's gonna end my turn. I am upset. Melgurn is angry.
You're going to be pissed You're going to be pissed this turn as well.
Yep.
Because he's going to use his last third level slot.
Oh god damn
He's
it.
gonna heal himself.
Ooh, shit rolls though. But he gets 13 extra points of feel good. Feel good. Careful, copyright strikes. Okay, this orc is dead. Let's see, he does have a bonus action actually. But he doesn't have one or any spell right there. So let's see, rain or any bonus action, cantrip, I should
You
say.
could try and run. I mean, take opportunity.
He's an orc.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's the whole reason
well,
I didn't want to move. Afraid of what would happen.
I came up here.
In full
Considering I
deal
dashed.
3 instead of 1, yes.
I forgot if it's a bonus action and I dash, can I use a bonus action still?
You still got your bonus action, yeah. It's a full action to
it's
dash
usually
unless
main
you're a
action,
rogue.
right?
Yeah, I dash.
Yeah, because rogues are just complete cheese. We had discussion earlier.
Where's my thing? There's a thing I want to do and I need to find it.
Could it be some sort of healing word?
I wasn't
Listen to
sure-
the gods.
No, no.
Let's see.
Not suggesting you do your job.
Oh, that reminds me. Somebody remind me after tonight's session. She needs to see the guide on clerics.
What are you hinting at?
Actually, let me check something real quick. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do one thing to be very nice to me.
Oh, the way she started that, I was like, Malga, no.
I'm healing myself a little bit.
She's doing a Malgurn.
I only had 10 hit points.
That's more than I. Well, wait, is that more than I have right now?
You
Yeah.
have 6.
Yeah, it is. I only have 6. Fuck you.
Yeah, but if I fall down, I can't get picked up unless I'm like.
Spoken like a true elf.
There's some growls and orders. They've been barking orders at each other the whole time, but it is an orcish. And now it's the turn of the spotter. Let's see. He is out of javelins. So instead, he's going to point at the cleric, and then take a step back. And this boy.
Who did he point at?
The cleric.
Oh fuck! I couldn't hear it. Went dark just then, and I'm like, oh hell.
And go, you!
Let's see. I'll give you a little bit of cover on this. What's your AC?
Not that.
No. What is your AC?
17.
He misses. But a little bit of cover helped out.
Ah!
Zarzul, you have been in this little rock nook for the whole fight. You've not really seen anything that's going on. What do you do?
I'm gonna peek out around the corner.
Which corner?
Still C6.
Okay.
Hello? Anything out there?
You can see him.
Oh dear.
You can see a large ogre with a huge ballista. Everything about him is larger than you.
Okay, I'm gonna shift my hunter's mark over to him. Then put an arrow in it. Show him how it's done properly.
Roll for it. These guys, while large, not armored.
Nine.
Good, solid hit. You have his attention.
With that, Zazzle is gonna scoot back one.
Okay. Let's see, which ogre is this now? Oh, this is the burned boy. And while, you could draw a bead on him, Cornelius, he can also draw a bead on you.
Yeah.
You've got a
I
little
know.
bit of cover. But you've also got nothing for AC.
Yep. Well, actually, how much would I need it for with my cover?
What would the shield put you up to?
Hang on.
You're pretty rocky,
Yes.
so you would have like a +4 to your AC currently.
Hang on, let me just get. I don't remember if I actually put information on the shield in my.
Well, what's your AC currently?
Well, it's 11.
11,
Can't
so
remember.
you're currently at 15 with the cover.
Yeah. 15 with cover.
With cover?
Yeah. Yeah. Then I just gotta use shield because that's gonna put me
Okay.
over.
There is this terrible moment as you see this sail straight in the air, right towards you. You can see the point, you can see this thing moving. You bring up the spell, and for a moment you worry that it's not enough. You feel yourself get pushed back a little as this thing just impacts on your magical glyphs. And you realize the point of that thing larger than your head. Alright, that's him pissed off. Alright, which one's this?
I imagine I'm just kind of flung back.
And this was the Daydream Believer. He is still snoozing. Siegfried.
Oh, I'm going to stab at the orc in front of me.
It's a good idea. That's a hit.
17.
And he falls. Malgern, he's got no beard. He's covered in grey grease paint. And he just took your kill. He also might have saved your life, but I mean, you were unconscious at that point. Who knows? What do you got next?
I'm going to probably move to about the. That's my
Alright,
turn.
you are obscured
wait.
from them.
Yeah, it's that I don't think I got anything for my bonus action at the moment. At least nothing that I can help people with.
Alright, Castalia. Well, you could bonus action help. You could have done it before you moved.
Yeah. No, I can still technically bonus action. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll help Castalia, just so she's got an advantage on one.
There you go.
Then I'm gonna shoot back at the ogre who has taken probably the biggest beat.
I think it's the most left one.
So you're going
The
for
one
percent?
extremely on the left.
Okay,
that guy.
on the left. The one who is the most tore up.
He's the one who has the best line of sight. Oh, that guy.
Ooh.
You have advantage if you want to roll again. Might be a crit.
True. I don't know I have advantage. No.
Nah, oh well. Same damage as well, actually. That's handy. So yeah, you pummel it for another 14. It is definitely bloodied. Hasn't got a lot left in it. You know, it would still take a couple of good solid hits. But for an ogre, it's in pretty bad condition.
I'm then gonna move my ass over here.
You'll probably stand on the dead shaman.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'll stand on the
Yeah,
bed.
go ahead. Yeah, he's just normal sized and on the ground. You can easily thread through him. Like, Matt, don't forget, each of these spaces is meant to be five square feet, so there's room to maneuver.
Sure.
Okay, this one is miffed because you ran away.
It's a bad time.
Yeah, he really only has 2 choices. And now that there's no one barking orders at him, he's got to decide for himself.
Oh boy.
He's going for the trick shot. And fails, as Malgern, you see this massive log with a sharpened end lodge into the rock beside you.
Oh,
Right.
good. So I'm not like the guy.
Right here. Wolfgang. Where are you going, dog?
Get it?
Get where
Because
it's
he's a dog.
Hmm. How stupid is Wolfgang?
Well, he's not getting any orders right now. He's doing this entirely on his own
Nah.
initiative. And he is a dog.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, a proto-dog.
He sees a group of people he knows. Gonna go say hello, hello, and then realise there's a big guy to the south.
Saying hello, he barks loudly and announces your presence to all of the ogres. Well, at the least he'd know the southern ogre was marked, because he gets the benefits of that. But that's it for Wolfgang.
Yep.
Cornelius.
Yeah.
You may be fighting a fight against a guy with a cannon, while you've got a flintlock.
I am going to fire off a firebolt at this guy. Up there, to see if I can finish him off. At least
Yep.
that's one less to be firing at them. Notice how I said firing at them, because I'm fine.
I mean, you still got the magic whistle.
Oh. Nope.
Nope.
It still does half damage though. They're missing, but
Nope. It's an attack after all. It's not a save.
oh, okay.
Well, let's double check. Actually, it's your because you're an evocation.
No,
yeah?
it does say save.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Because an
I just
attack, it's
didn't
all or
know it.
nothing.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if that was considered a save or not in that case, because I don't think I have a whole lot of damaging where there's something about saves.
Yep.
I don't even know if there's an evocation spell that even has damage saves.
There's probably someone like. I have to check actually. There's probably a cantrip in there somewhere.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, fucking fireball. But yeah. You got your movement. Got a bonus.
Guess I'll move here so I'm out of sight there because that one is busy elsewhere.
Yep. It's a good move. This one noticed some little scaly creature scrabbling in the stone again to put an arrow in him. It's gonna move down and get a target on him. You do have cover. Didn't matter though. At all. I mean, you could have just been standing out in the open, you could have just been asleep. He really just didn't even fire at you. Malgern. You're on your feet, you're feeling great at a shred of HP.
Let me zoom out and take stock of the situation here.
It's a target-rich environment
Wow.
for the ogres.
Yeah, and if we stay here, we're dead. I mean, no point in dying if we don't know who takes the credit, right, boys?
Who will sing your songs of praise?
And I already have my longsword out, so I can't really toss it.
Would you like a suggestion?
What?
If you try to use a ranged weapon in close combat, it's at disadvantage. Mind you, they are ogres, so they do have very large, meaty fists. About the size of your torso.
And I am just gonna hunker the fuck down.
Are you going to take
Is
the
it-
dodge
is there
action?
some- Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's something I can do here.
Yep.
And yes, so dodge.
All attacks will be at disadvantage. Do you
Yep.
want to scream, hoop, and
Because-
holler, get attention?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna draw attention to me. Hopefully my fellows will back me up while they're paying attention.
Alright,
Gotta
everyone,
bag
now's
my
the time to
shield,
retreat.
pots and pan.
Ah, yes, I say, good, now the rest of us can retreat. We will remember your sacrifice.
It's alright, boys! Malgern's got this!
You march up, you start bashing your sword against your shield.
Oi, Wazix!
While
I know
also
this isn't Warhammer, but I like that.
while also getting up on the balls, on the pads of your feet, scooting around a bit. Rain.
Some health would be nice.
That's what I was going to do.
But
Jeez
you ran away from her.
Louise. Yeah. Why can't I? There we go.
She
that's
can
the button I
catch up. Just a dwarf. I mean,
want.
I'm not that fast, he says, being the fast.
Yeah, he's the fastest in the party. On 2 legs.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. And Malgern is going to get. What can I do?
Words
yes, I
of
will
encouragement. Hopes and prayers. Or 11. You got 11.
11.
I also realized
That was
didn't-
very nice.
I forgot to put this orc on the initiative tracker. I was wondering why he was still here. Let's see. It's just a straight D20 for him, so wow. Yeah, he's not quick off the mark. Let's see. There we go. Alrighty. Next up is the spotter. 1, 2, 3, Gonna start marching down here. Turn of Ballista Boy. Who's gonna turn? I mean, he likes shooting at range. It's fun. But he sees this clanky clanky dwarf making a lot of noise. Whoopah! He would have hit you. He could have hit you, but he doesn't. As a large pole of lumber just sails past. Your beard is at 90-degree angle for now. It takes a moment
totally Matrix that shit.
It takes a moment for the air to settle down enough. Harzul.
Dodge action. Yeah.
Dodge is really good.
Zazul's going to poke his nose out. Hello.
Arrgh.
He's that way. Take another step. Aha! I see you. And once again,
It's a solid hit.
Ooh.
And your mark?
13 damage.
He's almost bloodied.
Okay, can only get back about that far. Oh dear.
Good. Let's see, this one's a bit pissed. Let's see. He's also going to... he wouldn't be able to get a sight on him, actually.
Nope.
Well, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about Malgern.
Oh. You mentioning us pissed.
2, 3...
Well, actually, the last one to shoot him was the devil girl, so...
Yeah, he's going to march over here to try and get a shot, because he can't see any of you right now. And, you know, he's not getting orders anymore. This orc's going to run in. Try to use his great axe on the dwarf. Cut you down to size. And doesn't manage it.
Joke's on him. I'm already down to size.
Yep. Okay, which... Oh, this is the Daydream Believer. He continues to nap. Siegfried.
Okay, I
I'll just remove this over from the tracker.
have to follow the dwarf to make sure he lives.
You do. You have to follow him. There is no other
To
option here.
glory!
You can
Siegfried,
only go
to
forward.
glory! Think of your ancestors.
You've heard all
How
the
do you want to
stomping,
be
you've heard the
remembered?
shots ringing out. You have to go into this, obviously. This is the only option.
I'm just
Retreat
gonna
was
Johnny
my
Rico
first
this.
option, but the dwarf kept going forward.
I'm like
Yes.
yelling back at him. Come on, Siegfried! Do you want to live forever?
Now, I want you to remember this, Siegfried. While Malgern ran forward, retreat is still an option for you. Don't feel you have to cave into peer pressure.
You're slowly turning into the D&D... No, not D&D. The Warhammer books about the Slayer and the human.
Yeah, Gortrek and Felix, or Gotrek and Felix.
Well, I don't know. I mean, this has been a combat of peer pressure because what got me into this mess was Cornelius peer pressuring me ever so slightly.
I was calling you a pansy too.
Yeah, but you're an elf, so your opinion doesn't matter.
You were just calling him one of you. You drive your sword straight down through the orc's shoulder, partly into his neck. He is almost on the ground. There's just a roar of agony out of him. He's still grinning, though. You going for a follow-up?
No, I'll probably use my help action on Malgern.
Okay. Castalia. You are under a corpse. Hang on. There we go. You can move your Hexblade's curse around, can't you?
No, not yet. I don't think.
Well, he's... No, I think you can once he's dead. Where's my Xenophars? Anyway, continue with your
No.
turn while I look this up.
It's not till later. And, let's see.
Yeah.
I move out 3. Shoot our wonderful bloody ogre friend twice. Do I still have advantage on that?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Never mind. I figured that out. 2, 18
Ooh.
damage, and then I cowardly sneak back into my hole.
Oh, I forgot about this. If a cursed target dies, you regain hit points equal to your warlock level plus your charisma modifier.
Alright, did that,
Okay. Let's see here.
but I can't. Yeah, but I can't move it around till later.
Yeah,
It's at level 14.
because it is a pretty powerful move. Okay. Both foes hit, and he's still alive.
Dang it.
You didn't Mulgurn it, but he's very low.
And that's it for now.
Okay. Yeah, this one is also going to take a look around. How intelligent is he feeling right now? Yeah, pretty intelligent. He's going to stay where he is because that was what he's told to do. Wolfgang.
Gang is going to advance with the rest of the pack and bite at this thing that is obviously a danger.
Roll me a d20.
What?
Well, Siegfried's disguise is incredibly good. No, I'm joking. Go ahead, roll your attack.
12. Oh no, 20. That'll be fine.
20 was your perception.
Yeah,
Same.
but the bite will have advantage.
Yep. 8 piercing, he is dead.
He's a good boy.
I mean, Zarzul has no concept of that. Just for fun. He would have stayed standing if he hadn't died. In defiance, he remains. Cornelius.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you can clamber up and down the rock for, up and down for your full
Yeah, I'm
movement.
just gonna move over here and shoot a firebolt at this guy.
Okay. That's a good hit now. Yeah, he is thoroughly bloodied. He is getting close to death.
And then I'm just gonna scamper back into cover.
And he had a moment where he wasn't looking. He got lit the fuck up. He looks at the kobold. Obviously, it's his fault. And that pissed him off enough to do it. You don't have cover in that position.
That equals.
You don't even hear... You're too busy filled with pain to hear the scampering footsteps of the wizard running away. Malgurn.
I know. Do I have to roll concentrate?
Oh yeah, you do. You have to
So keep
Yep,
my
con save. It's gone. You lose concentration on your mark. But then, probably won't need it. Because you'll be dead. Anyway, Malgurn.
Onward to glory.
Yes, glory. That is what you will have here.
I mean, this thing may look big, but it can't be that intelligent. I think I've got this.
In a fight, intelligence not entirely necessary at this point.
Well, whatever. I've got this.
Oh, I think you have the same modifier. You don't got this.
Wait, what? Say modify. Oh shit. Oh, intelligence. Okay.
Hold on, he's got advantage.
He does have
Oh, I
advantage.
do.
Roll again. Now you hit.
Objection.
Wait, wait. Was that? I couldn't hear. Was that a hit?
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Don't accuse me. You guys have to keep track of your shit as well. I've got all of this shit to keep.
Oh,
There we
yeah,
go.
it's just the tone of
No, I'm not.
But
I'm not accusing you of anything. I just
Yeah.
often forget that.
Okay, and that's the first hit on this ogre.
Okay. We're gonna try again.
As you carve a great chunk out of his belly.
Can I pick up that chunk and keep it as a souvenir?
No, it is too heavy for you. Roll again.
Damn.
You don't have advantage on this one, though.
No, I don't. Does anything happen?
No. It just
Okay.
looks a little embarrassing, but it is this size, it is ungainly, and you missed.
Is this thing too big, or can I try to push it over and get it off its gun?
I think it's just one size. Let's see here. Yeah.
Since it's one size bigger than me, I don't know if that
I think
stops
you can do it if it's just one size bigger.
me. Okay. Oh. Because I don't think the feat itself.
Yep,
says
go for it.
So. Are you gonna let me go for it? All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I want to get this thing off its gun. This is
Okay.
this is not fun.
Pretty good. It falls.
Get the fuck down.
pretty much
It's my
just
house.
launches your hit spot his kneecap.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to point this out. Are you going to push him back or push him prone?
I'm gonna push him back. Actually.
Okay. 5, 10,
Get him.
15.
Oh, you gotta push him off a cliff.
Yeah. This is Sparta.
If you just shove him, he doesn't really put his weight properly. He's not really expecting it. You topple him off balance, and he just slams onto the ground for 8 damage. But he is currently prone.
Coast is clear, boys. Come on.
Rain. You heard a colossal whoomph nearby.
Well,
You also hear an incredibly
Well.
jubilant and boasting dwarf. Might be connected.
or well, I'm going to assist the very jubilant dwarf.
You run past the injured warlock and the nearly dead rogue and touch
Yep.
the dwarf.
Yes, I want to touch the dwarf.
Yes.
To be fair, the dwarf is also almost dead.
Yeah, he's actually in worse condition, I believe.
Oh no, now he's actually doing pretty good now that I've bumped him up several
Also, this is
billion
good.
times.
Now the most armored people are in the front ranks.
What? What is this tactic?
Don't worry, they're lifting ogre and behind us anyway.
Any words of wisdom? Any
Wait.
encouragement?
No, I'm just gonna hide behind the short thing.
You might have to kneel.
No, I'm not going to kneel. But I will light my mace for effect.
Okay, you are now a beacon.
Yes, I'm now a beacon.
The spotter just saw you push him, just push an ogre off, so he's going to back up and start yelling at the cover two to get you. This one is pissed. He looks over. He looks at how steep the wall is and realizes, nah. Castalia, you hear a lot of thudding steps behind you. You turn in time to see a fist. That's a normal roll. 21
Yep.
gets you.
Fist hits.
12 bludgeoning. That is max damage.
Ow.
As he just clocks you across the face. It feels like one of your horns is bent for a moment.
This is basically one of the episodes from Resident Evil 2 now with Mr. X.
Zarzul. You hop up.
Yeah.
I advance a couple of steps.
Yeah, you know he's there. but, you know,
Yeah.
you do have to scamper across the beam that almost got lodged in you.
Yep. And put another arrow in the big guy. He's got to die eventually, right? It's
I
him
mean,
or
everyone's
me.
going to die eventually on this board. Tonight, it could be your night. 15, that's a good hit. Roll your damage.
8.
Yeah, you didn't miss out on much when losing a crit. 7, he's pretty low. I mean, he's tall, but he's pretty low.
Go back and hide in the rocks.
Okay, we'll put you there, because otherwise you'd be on top of a rock and not in cover. Okay, which... big guy. He wants to kill the pretty one first.
No, no, no.
What's pretty by ogre standards?
It was
Dwarf?
Mulgurn. He's buff. They like strength, but it just sails wide, doesn't do a fucking thing. This one is gone. He only got to be on the initiative tracker for a single round. Siegfried.
Well, I'm going to go back and help the warlock.
Don't want to go poke the sleeping one? One-on-one,
Not
it could
that
be a glorious battle.
Unless you allow me to insta-kill him, no.
It's a very big throat. That should be nasty. Never mind. But you do drive it deep into his thigh. Starting to see a lot of arterial pumping. Just bring out gouts of blood against him.
I'm going to use my bonus action to help Castalia.
Okay. Castalia. You're being helped right now, which is handy because your jaw fucking hurts.
Yeah, I figure this is going to end with one or probably both of us on the ground. Say,
I mean, with how obedient he's been, he's probably been hoping for that.
first strike against the ogre who gave me the punch. That's advantage.
Yep.
And the
Whip crack away. Oh
Second
yeah,
one.
also, this guy was bloodied by that point. $27.
And Castalia, as usual, go into Castlevania mode.
Yep. It could have been Rains, but she tossed it the second it made her soggy.
No, I tossed it the second it made Pufflesworth upset.
You chose a baby owlbear over a cool weapon.
Yes.
You lash out there, a great big horrible grass stains across his huge gullet and his huge gut and across his gullet as well, and he is staggering back. And now,
And-
oh yeah, do you have a bonus? Do you have movement?
I do, but I don't want to leave where I am.
Yeah, currently you're in quite good cover actually.
Well, then if I go, then it's just Siegfried punching.
He's fine, he can handle
That's
it.
not fair.
He's a veteran adventurer.
But still, I prefer a 50-50 chance opposed to a 100% chance. One particular person smack.
Yep.
So that'll be it for my turn.
Okay. This one is societal past his big mate, and he's going to go for what he thinks is the pretty one. Wolfgang, dodge. That's a miss. Wolfgang, there's a colossal lump of wood beside you. Fetch.
Yeah, about that. You saw the chew toy go south. And bite.
Likely dead. I don't think he can roll lower than his health currently. Yeah.
Oof.
As you clamp onto that big gash where Siegfried drove in the Luck sword, and he just topples back. One less ogre on the field.
And that's about his turn.
Yep. Cornelius.
Yep.
Are you going to help Zarzul again?
Yeah, I've got to move forward a bit. Shoot those firebolts. I'm helping. There it was.
It's a hit.
Yeah, I'm guessing that. Oh, it's a hit.
It's a hit. It is precisely a hit. His mouth was open. The fireball zooms in. There's a bit of black smoke emanating, and he topples over.
Yay. Just gotta do the on the fingers.
Zarzul has no idea. He did not see that. He heard the thud, but he didn't see that cool trick shot.
And let's see. Hang on, let me just see.
Yeah, you got your movement, got your bonus.
Well, I don't really have any bonus. I think I can only just move around here. There we go. Is that moving out of cover?
Okay, Malgern. This spot looks pretty nice tactically. I could really advise for it.
I think your microphone is upwards.
Yeah, it is.
There we go.
So the problem is, there's nothing to hit in this current position, but I don't want to walk into the next group of enemies.
I mean, there's only 3 of them. How bad could it be?
Yeah, I've heard that one.
And one of them is in horrible condition.
And
This one.
what does it cost me to switch to the tosser?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. I thought there were. All right. Well, it's what 35.
Yeah. The action economy is only going to start eating at you if you start switching out your shield.
Well,
Which
okay.
admittedly I don't agree on, but still, it's +2 AC. It is kind of important.
12. Okay, so
I can see we have it relegated to an action.
I need to get there.
Just going to point out again, this guy is in really bad condition. Yep, he's within range of you. He can easily shoot you.
Yeah.
But I might give him an advantage. You're so close.
But he also such a small target at the same time.
Yeah, the hilarious thing is, if these guys are sharpshooters, but if I did the whole, -10 from your aim for plus, or -5 for +10 damage, they wouldn't be able to hit him.
You know what? Fuck it.
Have you ever tried shooting a crossbow at a cockroach? Not that easy.
Congrats, you've prodded him into action.
You just sweep through, you take the leg off, you just press it against the thigh and keep pushing until it comes away, and he topples over. And then he starts rolling down the hill. Then he picks up speed and continues rolling down the hill. Then he picks up speed and continues rolling down the hill. Give me a dex save, Cornelius.
Oh god.
Nah, he just slops.
He does a Shaw Brothers and just keeps rolling.
Yeah. Oh no, if he was rolling, he'd roll on flat ground if it was Shaw Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the dex save would be whether or not I did a triple somersault up into the air to dodge the ogre.
So I still have the rest of my movement, yeah?
Yeah.
I can move and attack with my second attack?
Yep.
Alright, then I'm gonna go up against this big guy. Because I'm feeling super confident. I just brought the other one down.
Yeah.
Things are going great. Everything's coming up Malgern.
Yeah. All you had to do was be aggressive. That's a hit.
Yeah.
You carve
Suck it,
another big
10
chunk out of
slashing.
him. There's only one.
And that's gonna be my turn.
Yep.
As I ready my sword for another strike.
You obviously put this. You obviously put this spirit in him. I mean, he just charged off and killed an ogre. He couldn't have done that by himself. He needed support.
Well, all the others effed off. And I'm not going to F off with them and potentially lose.
Oh,
the
okay,
progress
good,
of
good.
I was
thought
really
you were gonna
expecting
go
it
the
to be, I
other
should
direction.
go
Well,
with
the
the
rest of the party
herd.
went that way.
I was really
one.
expecting her to just go with a herd.
5,
Yeah.
6.
Oh, you still gotta use it as a fucking shield.
Oh hell yeah!
Keep in mind, I am shorter than you. I don't know how well that works.
This would have been a great time to have a crossbow, huh?
Yeah, if only we had a crossbow that shot exploding bolts or something, you know. Ugh. Which one of you assholes has that, by the way?
That's Azul.
God damn it, Zarzul. Do something.
He's not even using it.
I know. Like, meh.
Do I need to? I don't know what I do here. I think I'm going to wait a second.
Yes.
For the smaller orc.
What? Hang on.
You don't remember the
No, no,
flaming
no.
chicken?
You've done it wrong. You've done the bludgeoning bit wrong. That's what I'm hung with.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Because it's rolling 0 plus 1 and then a crit of 0.
Yeah, that's the problem. What did I put in here that was wrong? What did I do?
I think it's meant to be a D4. Just check my treasure file. As you unleash a lesser
Oh!
phoenix.
Oh, I see the problem. Yeah, it's supposed to be what for bludgeoning damage?
Pretty sure
I
it's
see
a
what I did.
D4. Let me just double check here.
Are you sure? I think it might have been a D6 in
It's a
my brain
D6.
since it was grayed out. Yeah,
Is
it was grayed out, so I forgot that it was a D. Yeah,
Well, roll
my brain did not-
2d6 now.
to. How do I put that in? R2D6.
Forward slash R 2d6 space 2d6.
You can just press the dice button on the left.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Oh yeah.
So it also doesn't have a +1 to its damage. So that should be, so yeah. So that's 16. As from nothing appears a lesser phoenix. Some will call it chicken. It hovers there for a moment, bursts into flame. Right above Malgern's head, there are flaming feathers sailing down on top of your helmet. And your vermin hat. And then it takes less than a second as it just smashes into the side of the ogre. And...
Oh, no, that was the orc.
Yeah, the
Oh, and the orc? Okay.
Yeah, the small one.
Okay. Still, very close to you, Malgern. There's the moment where you're thinking they're going to be covered in flaming chicken bits, but it seems to fade out of existence at that point. But, man, that scream. You heard that scream so very loudly. This orc did not like that. He did not like having such foul things done to him. Ooh, it shows.
Ow!
You take 5 slashing.
Wow.
That was annoying.
Well, you see, great axes, random. Great sword, consistency. A D12 versus 2D6. This guy's dead, off the tracker. Zarzul, you have no idea what's going on right now. All you can see is Cornelius.
Okay, I'm going to pop out and look for the ogre. Okay, ogre's dead.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I see it. Yep. Okay.
You didn't hear anything around you except for a loud chicken scream up in the distance.
Do I recognize chicken scream?
Yeah, it's very distinctive. You've heard it a few times now, and it will never leave your dreams.
Okay, at this point I start running.
Away or toward?
Basically toward this.
You start realizing, this is a hill.
What's up here?
Yeah, you've never seen up here. This is different. You didn't think it would be this steep. This guy is also dead. Siegfried.
At this point, I pull back the hood to see if I can see a bit further.
You can.
I still can't see anything. Right?
Nope, not from his position. Not with your shortness.
Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to dash. Which is not going to get me close enough.
Yeah, it gets you somewhere near there.
I think I can get to there roughly. And I'll use my standard action to dodge.
Alright.
What
Castalia.
about his bonus action?
Hmm?
Or is it standard? Did you mean your bonus action?
He can
Bonus
do it either.
action to dash and my standard action to dodge.
okay.
You could swap it around and use your full action to dash, and then use your bonus to help.
I can see somebody coming along and thumping me though.
Yes.
Let's see,
But it's not like you're unprotected.
I'm going to double shot at the orc to try and pin out what's over there in the crowd.
Okay.
1, 2.
Both those hit. Good high rolls. He is thoroughly bloodied, and there's not a lot left of him. As these great spears of dark energy just smash into his side and cheek. There's quite a lot of his face missing now. But in true orc, you know, what's the right word for it? Tenacity. He's going for it.
And that'll be it.
Okay. It's now the final ogre's turn. He actually kind of liked the chicken. He's kind of amused by that, so he's just going to punch the dwarf.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a hit, I believe.
That is a hit. Fuck.
6 bludgeoning as this big meaty fist just comes... It's not even the fist, it's the bottom of the fist. It just brings it down and hits you like a button.
Ow. My everything.
You feel your knees buckle a little bit. Just a little bit.
Damn ogres took my knees.
Wolfgang? Oh yeah, this is why Yorant was so bow-legged.
It all makes sense now.
As a dwarf, it's an occupational hazard of having a lot of big things coming down on top of you.
Wolfgang is going to run and get about here and menace the large ogre. Not very well, but going
Cornelius.
to try.
In order to hit the ogre, could I stand on the rock, or would I need to move up further? I'm guessing he's
The rock
probably
would give you a chance to hit him. He's got quite a lot of people around him, though, so there would be some cover.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move.
But then he's also, he's not got a high base AC anyway. But it would still be, it would make it a tougher shot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move up.
Okay.
So around here, so that's all my action.
Yep, Malgurin.
Alright, so Malgurn is going to hit the big thing. Because it just hit me and I'm not too happy.
Yeah.
I'm like a squished aluminum can. Is that a hit? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to roll above a 4 to hit him.
Oh! Oh, for some reason I thought it would be harder. Alright, so that's 8.
Yep, good carving blow.
And I'm gonna hit it again. Because it's still standing and it's in my way.
That is precisely what you need to hit. Still carving through all that blubber and muscle.
And I'm gonna stand there and look menacing.
Okay.
Because I will hold the line for my friends.
I mean, you could have shoved them and whatnot, but anyway, Rain, go for it.
No.
Yeah, it's too late now. Go for it, Rain.
Well, I am going to smack the jerkwad that just hit me.
You're going to
with
mac
my
on him?
Smack him.
Smack him. Okay.
So for 8.
Holy shit! You actually hit with your base for once.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm useful.
And you just cave his skull in.
And
That
didn't
that
I
tall
have-
gorilla style skull just gets bludgeoned.
I think that's actually twice in a row you've actually done damaging attacks.
Yeah, I know it's
Gasp!
quite magical. And then
I think I need to
Siegfried
stop
ain't doing
drinking and
so
turning into an
hot.
asshole.
Siegfried ain't doing too hot.
No, he isn't. But I mean, when is he ever? Zing!
You know, if you gave her a gauntlet, she could probably hit a lot more often and harder.
No, we don't want her to have too much power. That's dangerous. I mean, women voting?
What? Oh, hang on. That's a bit of a tangent.
Let's not get too carried away in this fantasy game. Voting? Really? You're just plebs. Get back tilling the dirt. You
What's
wait.
this democracy thing you
Yeah,
talk
you-
of?
You wait to be
Yeah.
told by who God ordains who rules.
Yeah. God and nobles, like it ought to be. A sensible way.
Yeah, real nobles, not aspirational ones. Anything
Yeah.
else, Rain?
No, I'm quite happy with what I just accomplished there.
Okay, you don't want to hide behind for Siegfried as well?
No, I'm happy hiding behind the door. Thank you.
Zarzul.
Time to advance further.
Yep.
Can I see the ogre from here? Probably not.
No, you're too short for this. He's pretty far back, and that's a 20-foot rise. Hey, now. That was 30 feet you moved, and then 45. Yeah, that's it. That's what I thought. Siegfried. You actually feel okay.
Yeah, strange things happen.
Yeah. It's a bit weird, though, because you can see, on the few bits of you've exposed, you can see the wounds and bludgeons and bruises through the paint that have been healed.
Ugh.
A devastating blow. Thoroughly bloodied. Still got some... Nope, that's the wrong button. There we go. Thoroughly bloodied, still got some fight in him.
Well, I'm going to. Particularly.
Go on, poke him in the arse.
Yeah, why not? What the hell?
Yeah.
They're only in bed.
Sadly, it's a miss.
I've got advantage flanking.
The flanking would have been used on the first attack.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only on your first hit. Castalia.
At least you didn't Malgurn it.
Yep.
Advancing and more shooting. Almost there.
Yeah, see, in D&D, walking fire is an actual tactic.
Let's see. Nope. No damage. So 1 shot, 2 shot. Both are terrible.
Anyway, the ogre's turn is next. He wheels on the thing that stabbed him in the backside. And fails, as he just catches nothing but air. Although, Siegfried, you realize as you lean back, if you had your beard, he would have taken you for a ride there.
Like a fun ride?
No. Wolfgang.
No.
Wolfgang is going to put the bite on the sky.
He topples.
Yeah. That's it.
I mean, it's a good hit. He's very nearly gone. Cornelius, you are having to run like a peasant. Oh, whoop, there we go.
This is not what a high education is supposed to make you do.
You never did enjoy the routine gym classes.
What routine gym classes? What do you think this world is one with where there's an actual academic?
Well, yeah, wizards do get trained and study. There are academies for it.
Sure. Wizards Academy, sure, but
Yeah.
they don't have PE classes.
Well, I mean, you do have to do a constitution check for your concentration. They need to have some sort of body to them. Gotta have a bit of stamina for flinging spells.
Yeah.
Malgurn.
I like you don't even ask if I'm done.
Well, you had the run, didn't you?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but...
And you got nothing damaging on a bonus.
Mm.
Well, this thing's still standing.
When you get Misty
So we
Step
know
or
what we must
Teleport,
do.
then we can talk.
That just sounds amazing. Anyway, so where was I? Oh yeah, thing's still standing.
Nope.
Oh, it's not.
I mean, he's alive, but he's on the ground, flopped
It was on the
over.
ground. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with hitting a guy.
Because Wolfgang ate
Does-
both of his big
Does
toes. He
that
can't
give
balance.
me advantage or anything?
Yeah.
Or how does that work?
Advantage on
Okay.
both. Until he gets up
Right,
again,
yeah.
melee attacks are at advantage.
There's no dishonor in hitting something, right?
I mean, he might be
No,
down, but he's still
well,
taller
however.
than you, so fuck it.
Yeah, well, screw him, because I'm gonna hit him really hard.
That is exactly his hit points. He is dead. As you just step over to where his throat and head is, now that he's on the ground, and you can finally just start carving and hacking down into the neck.
I'm gonna stand on the corpse triumphantly.
Now, who wants to euthanize the one sleeping?
I'm sure there was a quote in there among the snack. And we are out of initiative. The battle is over.
Oh, what about that one that I'm walking towards?
He's asleep.
Yeah.
Still alive?
He's
Yeah,
he's
I'm
alive and
asking.
asleep.
Oh,
I'm asking
we're gonna
who-
fix that.
I was asking who wants to euthanize the one sleeping.
Probably
I
the
didn't know what you were
sneaky
talking
one.
about, so.
I mean, we could use him for an ox for our cart.
Oh god, no.
Even I
mean,
the
that's
owner of
outside the
Owl
box,
Bear,
but-
thinks that's a horrible idea.
You're thinking outside the box, and I like it, but no.
His name is Sag.
Well, we don't know that in character.
You could have Droop and Sag.
Oh god. No, we
Euthanize
need to go look
it-
for a
euthanize
dong.
it now. Euthanize it now.
Where
Please.
can Melgurn find a dong?
With dog sausages.
Yeah. Dog sausage. Oh, please tell me that's gonna be a thing.
The first loot you find is a denim vest with no sleeves. Anyway, the battle is over. You have taken the hill. Mostly. There is a lot of blood splattered across this land. A lot of it is Siegfried's and Castalia's. Some of it Malgurn's. Luckily, no one was there to see Cornelius get smashed several times, otherwise they'd see he bleeds red.
Don't worry, I made sure to prestidigitate most of it away.
They will never know. There is a
Wait,
cave
no,
up
no,
here.
he don't bleed red.
Yes, you know.
So what are you guys doing?
Now, who is gonna euthanize the sleeping one? Who is gonna coup de grace him?
There's no honor in that. Wake him up.
The sneaky one.
I mean, technically, I can also be the sneaky one.
I'll handle it. Anything to clear off this hill.
Sure, at least most of the fighting type people move up, so when if it goes badly, we don't have to run halfway across the map.
I just picture Cornelius stops midway up a hill just to take his breath back so he doesn't look too tired when he arrives.
Yeah,
Puts
but
the
yeah,
hair in
basically,
place.
Stops a bit,
And-
composes himself, pours himself
Yep.
a glass of wine, walks up twirling it. Good
Yep.
work.
good work, everyone.
I knew you could
my
handle
God,
it.
you look like a bit out of the weather. It was quite a fight, wasn't it?
How
Was
would
he
you
good
know?
handle? Why, I could see quite fine from my advantageous position. Me and Sarsul did quite well in taking care of some of the rest. While I see you finished off the ones I had mostly killed anyway. Oh,
Who
I'm
was the
terribly
healing-
sorry. Are you sick or something? You seem to be sneezing a lot.
Hey.
Who was the healing for,
You-
Zarzul?
On Wolfgang.
Okay.
Maybe that's why you've been seeing doll heads recently. Maybe you're all under the weather.
Cornelius, I'm going to say this in the most polite manner possible. So please keep that in mind. Fuck off.
Ah, that must be one of those common phrases. I'm not exactly sure what fuck off mean, but I'm going to show it something very vulgar. I'm very drunk,
Well,
that's why I'm
seeing as nobody
exceptionally
else is
brave
going to
at
do
this
it,
moment.
I'm going to go and shank the ogre.
As Siegfried just walks between Rain and Cornelius. I'm gonna deal with the ogre over here. That's more pleasant.
You are not very educated.
Okay, you are sneaky as shit.
Ooh.
As you get closer, you notice that while he's slumbering there, he's also surrounded by things. There's a lot of chewed mushrooms. And a couple of reams of wax paper and some old animal hide.
And is he cuddling a small teddy bear?
No, he is just out of it.
Aw.
Ended.
I'm going to try and end it, but I don't think I'm going to do enough damage to end it.
But what are the rules for coup de grace?
There aren't really any. It's up to the DM's interpretation here.
So I'm going to go, hopefully, a short sword to the neck.
Yeah, I mean, roll twice your dice, plus your modifier.
Roll all the dice.
Yep. 'Cause you
So you're saying 2 lots of damage.
Yeah, well, it's an auto crit because he's asleep. But, you know, you can't just click it to work that well because your modifier is also included.
Now what's my
So many
modifier on
ones.
this?
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough.
You managed to do 29 damage. That's not even halfway.
Oof.
Help!
You got this, buddy. You're doing great.
We all have faith in you.
And he stands
Question
up.
is, does he wake up?
He wakes
Oh,
up.
yes, he does.
Those large
Dun,
but
dun,
yet still
dun, dun,
beady eyes lock on you as you're standing there by his throat with your sword stuck partially into it. No. You didn't say you were preparing for it, you just said you snuck up.
Ooh.
And he's going to lash out. And he is furious, by the way. He is, in fact, raging.
Oh, damn. I know what that means.
Recklessly attacking as well. Only 8 bludgeoning. You got off lightly. Actually, no, that would be a plus... That'd be 11 damage total. Plus 3 from the rage.
I'm going to uncanny dodge.
Alright, give me the con save. You are unconscious. As you just stabbed him in the neck, and then he just lashes around with his huge heavy chain, which catches you right in the temple, and you drop. Then Zarzul's arrow goes into the ogre. And minus 13, and then the ogre goes back to sleep. The arrow went in. He showed pain, but then his features just relaxed for a moment, and then he just slumped back down to sleep.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to once again heal our rogue because he seems to have fallen over again.
Yep.
I'm actually just dazed at the moment, unconscious.
Yeah, he's still breathing. It's just he is out of it.
So now I have 2 sleepers.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
one
going
is,
to
one is
examine-
due to concussion, the other one is due to drugs.
I'm going to have a look at these mushrooms, see if I recognize them.
Okay, give me a survival roll.
Thank God it isn't nature.
Good point. Roll nature. No, I said survival. This is about what you can consume.
Yeah, because he knows it's mushrooms.
Yeah, you've recognized this kind of thing before. You've never taken them yourself because if you did anything your size or even Siegfried's size, it's likely to lose its liver. It does have hallucinogenic qualities. It's very restive, and very small doses are used by alchemists as, something to help someone sleep. And there's a whole bunch around this guy, a couple of bushels. Eaten.
Could he create arrows out of them?
No, I think they need to be ingested. You can't stab them with them.
You also know that you can actually get rid of the liver-destroying properties by cooking them, but it also makes them taste like shit.
Disappointing. Okay. I'm going to quietly, if possible, drag said rogue away.
Considering he fell asleep with an arrow in him and a big gashing wound in his neck, you feel he could be a bit more cavalier about it. But yeah, you're able to drag Siegfried out of the way. It is a bit of a fight because you don't have your augmented strength, so you're really having to scrabble and tug and pull at the dirt.
So, do we want to try again, or just to? I'm more interested in exploring this cave.
I think it's safe to assume that he's probably not going to wake up.
Probably gonna bleed out in his sleep at this rate.
Possibly.
I just gotta bend over to Siegfried and just go, "You're okay?" I guess not.
You might hear a whimper, and that's about it.
You need something to strengthen yourself upon. Slap him a little bit on the side of the cheek.
The dreams are not good.
You're not
That's
dreaming
better,
right
that'll
now.
be-
You know what? Why don't the rest of you check the cave? I think I'll look out for Siegfried here.
Don't worry, Siegfried. You're not dreaming right now. Basically, he hit you so hard, it jostled your brain enough to cause an off switch. You'll have no recollection of the impact until you start feeling again.
Which is at some point, but not too sure when.
So who all's going into the cave?
Wait, so we're leaving the guy who's sleeping?
No, I'm staying.
Yeah, it's the wizard, the unconscious rogue, and an ogre.
That can't go wrong at all.
He's only gonna be out for a few minutes. Be fine. You can stay out here if you want.
I'll head in just because I don't want to be out here when that thing wakes up.
By which you mean Siegfried. As you start stepping inside, it is pitch dark, which doesn't actually bother any of the ones going inside. Fucker. And it's not that, you know, you're maybe in the adventure and you was calling for a big cavern or whatnot, but it's just a very natural form passage. And then there's some very roughly hewn steps leading down a bit, and then it's a circular chamber it's been trashed utterly. There is, after a moment of sort of figuring out what the objects and debris is, you imagine there was a bed here, very sort of loosely made of rough wood. There might have been some shelving. There's a shred or two that have been lodged in the wall. There's a great stench and smell of various kinds of dried herbs and flora and fauna, and you do see a couple of those same mushrooms. They're sort of black capped but upwards like the tulip. You can see a chamber further on ahead that goes around a corner, so you can't actually see where it's going to. And there's a slow trickle of water. The sound of it.
Oh, Zazul's going to grab a couple of mushrooms.
Of course he is.
And then suddenly there's quite a bit of Morgan coming up the stairs.
Yeah, you managed to get 7 drowse caps. They do have to be ingested.
Yeah, you can ingest them yourself, buddy. I ain't putting those in my mouth.
Yeah, they will. Eating one of those would kill Zarzul.
I'll just mix it in with his meat. You know, who doesn't like a little mushrooms with their meatloaf, right?
Yeah. So you guys are standing in this room.
Yeah.
You've given it a cursory glance.
Well, I'm going to search for anything important. What button do I press?
I'm gonna let the people that are good at search for something.
Yeah, give me an investigation as you're rooting around to see, in typical Rain fashion, if there's anything of value around.
I'm really good at it.
I'm just here as a guard. I'll let the other people do this.
As you're sifting through the place, you come across it's a torn up old little doll. You chuck that aside. You find scraps of a few artistic renditions of people. You toss that aside. There's no coin. You quickly realize that there's no fucking coin here whatsoever. The most valuable things you emerge with are 2 potion bottles that are empty but incredibly scratched up on the outside, scuffed and worn like they've been used for years. The caps still work though.
Alright.
And actually, with that, let's see here. Yeah. What tools do you have? What are you proficient in?
Me?
Yeah, has anyone got a herbalism? Anyone good with herbalism? Alchemy?
9.
You find a lot of assorted stuff, but it's not in your field of expertise.
Yeah, I was going to try and look at getting that.
Just smithing.
Well, are you skilled in it, Zarzul?
Don't think I am. I think it was an option to get it.
Might be worth something to somebody. It seems like a distinctive batch. It's a few bundles of herbs. It looks like little poultices, and something that whiffs horribly. What do you do?
I've done my bit.
Do you want to take it or not?
There's 4 of you in this room. What are you doing? Come on.
I'm just standing guard. I came in here
So-
to protect the weaker members of our party.
Zazul's going to take the more interesting, the herbalism type stuff. Maybe he'll be able to learn out how it all works at some point.
You hear the trickle of water stop. And then, and you hear footsteps coming in from the chamber
Oh, God.
ahead.
He was just taking a whiz.
Mm-hmm.
Rounding the corner is an orc, who is very surprised to see you all. He sort of freezes for a moment to see what you lot are doing.
We're just looking at him.
Noticing that you're not doing anything, he continues walking. Just arms by his side.
No.
Hello, as he continues to walk, stepping past
And
Rain.
maybe you could help us, sir.
No.
Oh?
Have a good day.
Where are you trying to go?
He is trying to walk out of the cave. He is
I
just.
think the mouth
Hmm?
is full of people at the moment.
He's seeing that it's a bunch of people. It's not any orcs or ogres. He is just trying to walk out to the exit.
When do I see him?
Depends. Do you guys let him out of a room?
Where are you going?
Breath of fresh air.
There's not much fresh air out there.
I'll find out.
I'm not stopping him. I'm perfectly happy with him to just
Okay,
leave.
gets past Rain. Castalia, Zarzul, Malgern.
I mean, he doesn't seem overly openly hostile, correct?
No. He hasn't got he hasn't got any weapons on him. He has his hands at his sides. He is rigid and upright. He's trying to do that thing. You know, people who try to walk normally, but they're consciously trying to walk normally.
I step aside, but I ready an attack in case he tries to do something stupid.
He does do
Sir,
some.
what were you and your companions doing up?
Don't know. He does do something stupid as he walks past Castalia. Nice horns.
That's not stupid enough to merit a hit.
Really?
Or is it? Bum 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 bum.
He keeps walking.
I mean, I'm going to allow this. He doesn't seem hostile.
Yeah, I see no reason to stop him.
If we start a fight, that other guy could wake up.
No, no, he would not.
You're not there.
Malgoon, are you going to let one escape?
Yeah. No, he's not. He's not openly hostile to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Cornelius, you see an orc walk rigidly out of the cave.
I just take out my hands, spread out my fingers, and just kind of let my shocking grasp activate so it looks like a taser's being activated between two of my fingers. Now, since apparently, as I could hear, comparatively, my party does not have an above IQ of the average goblin,
Wow, rude.
why are you up here? And why are you firing upon travelers? And don't say because you're trying to steal and loot, because you had not emptied any of the wagons. And it kind of intensifies the taser between the fingers.
He acknowledges that. He blinks a few times. He uses a lot of syllables. Just meant to stop people coming into Raxis.
Ah. We are going somewhere. Now.
I'd like to go somewhere.
In a moment.
I don't recognize him, as he points at the half-orc on the ground unconscious.
I don't care about him at the moment.
By which he means Siegfried.
I don't care about him. I will ask him questions later. Now, who gave you that order?
He shuffles around for a moment, looking around at the various corpses. Points at two of them.
What were their names?
Urzag and Wubbas.
What were their titles?
What?
You say that apparently these were the one giving you command. What were their titles? You must have somewhat words for a chief.
Yeah, but not them.
Good. Now who's your chief?
Grabnaja Vichoka.
Ah, now where is Grabnak the Choker?
Oh, Raxis.
Thank you. See, that was not very difficult, now was it?
You talk weird, it was kind of tricky. Can I go now?
That depends. When I let you go, where are you going?
Dunno.
Are you going back to tell about the failure and perhaps receive punishment?
Yeah, that's a smart idea, isn't it?
Yes. So I'm gonna assume that you're not gonna tell anyone about what happened here.
I don't know what happened here. I'm dead, that's it.
That's a very smart man.
You say that, but as you look at him, as not a very smart man.
Yeah, that was ironically meant.
No, but not even like the thing of he's playing along. No, he doesn't have a fucking clue.
Now you scamper off. Leave whatever is here.
Alright. He just starts to tutor his way down the hill. He's a lot more relaxed once he gets a few paces away from Cornelius. Then turns around. It's scrawny 1 hours.
No.
Alright. He just keeps walking.
And I stop walking into the cabin and go, you didn't even think about questioning him.
You did a pretty good job about that now, didn't you?
Zazul's just had an interesting thought. He's going back. He's going to make his horde bigger. More fully.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm already thinking about that too.
You never stop thinking about it.
I'm got. You can keep staying here and see if there's anything of interest. I'm gonna see if Droops haven't somehow run off or anything.
Cornelius, we go back to cart. We broken cart. We fill up your pouches with gold. Lots of gold.
Siegfried,
Goodbye,
you're awake
you
now.
can deal
As
with this yourself.
As Cornelius walks over you, you now awake.
Oh God.
You don't remember what happened. You just remember.
You cannot. Go ahead.
That's all you recollect. You just remember stabbing the ogre, then darkness.
Right. Can I have a quick look at the ogre? Is it looking like it's going to bleed out?
Yeah. You got him in the gullet.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to go over and check on Mr. Whitebeard and see if he had anything interesting on him, seeing as he looked like important.
You start rifling through. You come across a few A few coarse bits of jewelry. He was wearing a circlet. Looks like it might be worth a couple of gold, maybe 4. No rings, no coinage on him. There's a holy symbol, but it's been scoured up. It looks like it was to Grumsh. I mean, it's a very distinctive one. Grumsh the One Eye, who is the orc patron. But it's been scored up pretty thoroughly. On the back, you flip it around, and you don't recognize the iconography of it. But something has been harshly etched into the back of this, just this little, like, bone disc.
Be right back.
Okay, I'll probably leave that one behind, seeing as I'm not too sure whose it's for.
And that's about it. It wasn't carrying a lot.
Well, the pass is now clear. Just make haste and loot, and then proceed.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go and check make sure that we can get to the carts before somebody else does.
Yep.
Cornelius, you're walking through the woods alone. Party are descending upon the ruined carts like a pack of vultures. Well, let's go with them. It's closer. There were 4 wagons.
I'm going to offer the belt back, Siegfried.
Yeah, we'll switch the belt and the gloves around again.
All right.
Okay.
So you're going to head for the ruined convoy.
Wait, if we get the cart, couldn't we just then transfer all the stuff quicker?
Yeah.
So why don't we all go to the cart, get the cart, pull the cart up, and then start shoveling the gold in?
Well, I already said I was heading towards to make sure that Droop hasn't somehow run off or anything.
Well, yeah, I know about you. I'm talking about the other ones who are with me to go get the stuff.
I should go get cart, so I'm assuming I was heading for our cart to move up.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
As you're walking down the hill, Castalia, give me a perception check. And Zarzul. All right. You head down the mountain. You head down the hillside. Also, fuck it, I'll give him the benefit. Siegfried, give me an intelligence check. Guess, hey, it has been a fortnight, maybe forgot. You do remember that there was a spotter among the orcs, and he had a spyglass. That's 1,000 gold. New.
Oh god, there's 2.
You realize that as you're completely down the hill.
I turn around, look back up, and think, god damn it, and start trudging back.
And now the ogre is awakened.
You're just leaving him to bleed out and die. Fucking merciless.
After what they did to me.
There is also that weird moment as you're all stepping down, the orc is like a couple of leagues ahead of you. And he glances back once and then never again. As he just keeps walking, he crosses the open road, which is currently like a T-junction, and then keeps walking into the forest and does not stop. Alright, Siegfried, as you run back up at full speed, realizing, shit, that was expensive, that. As you pull it out from the orc's pouches, he had a lot of other sundry little things, little bits of trophies, teeth, a few fingers. There was half a skull, looked human. Then you also find the spyglass, which is, unlike everything else, pristine. And you get a suspicion about it because it does have quite a few markings on it. It's just standard length, but it is a deep, rich purple. With sort of copper plating on all of the ring bits. And a few vague symbols. So stuff you're not really familiar with, but it's been etched into the casing. Okay, he has no reaction to that. You guys!
I was just typing it in. Yep.
Okay.
Got it loaded.
So you stuff that in your pack, and you all are heading back to the wagon. It's a fair bit of a walk. On the bright side, it was mostly downhill at the start of it, so hey, that's nice. Spares the legs. And you remember where you parked, thankfully. And you arrive to find there's all 3 horses. That's good. There's also 4 giant spiders.
Oh, hell.
Dead.
Huh.
Pufflesworth is sitting in the rider's seat of the wagon. He's wearing Droop's hat.
Pufflesworth!
There is a trill,
Oh,
and he tumbles off, face planting. He then starts to
baby.
make. He then starts to make annoyed and sort of crying sounds.
I run over to scoop him up.
It's a handful. You know, it's only been a day, but still, he feels like he got bigger.
Droop.
Yes.
Where are you?
Where I thought it was safe.
And he starts to clamber out of the shell. His left arm is completely blackened.
Droop, what happened?
This? He just gestures with one arm as the other one just hangs limply. Quite a few spiders. Big ones.
It's amazing, Droop.
Yeah.
Did you do this?
No. I mean, yes. I didn't bring them. I didn't make them.
No. Wait, why would you think I would assume that?
I don't know. I've been making animals, apparently. But I fought these off.
That's very good, Droop.
I don't remember anything. I kind of like it was... Everything happened and then I was inside the shell.
Do your arm hurt?
It doesn't anything. He just sort of brings it up by the elbow of one hand and it just hangs limply.
Rain!
I've only got one spell left. Let's
And
see what I
Pufflesworth lost HP.
Oh no! I'm checking Pufflesworth over. How hurt is he?
There is one bite mark on him. Like, it's a big bite mark, but...
Zarzul?
Yes.
How many healings you got?
There's 2 left.
Good. In that case,
You know what?
you take care of
You know what?
Pufflesworth.
You know what? Never mind. I just take out the healer's kit and try to help his arm as best as I can.
I'm going to heal him. Here, you take Pufflesworth.
No.
and he
Apparently, it's too much of a bother for you.
Let me do my job. Here you go, Zarzul. I hand over Pufflesworth. And then I go to help out Droop.
You dump this owlbear pufflet onto Zarzul, and Zarzul, you're strong, but you don't really have the weight and the mass for this. You are just flumped.
Okay, from underneath the owlbear, I cast Cure Wounds. The touch, oh, I think I can manage
Yeah.
touch at this point.
It's fine. You all just look as Zarzul's large draconic feet and his snout are poking out either side of the owlbear that is just splatted on him.
And Droop gets 19.
That's good, yeah.
All right.
That's
All
more
right.
than his max.
Lorraine, what do you say to Droop? He just saved Popple's.
I blink at Cornelius several times. And then pat Droop on the head and say, "You did a very good job watching the cop."
You did very well, Droop.
Thanks. Although you do notice, Cornelius, a lot of the spiders are dead through bites and claws, not through burns.
Yeah, but who knows what the fuck that magic did?
One of the spiders is missing its head, and there is a dead fish there. So, you guys had fun? As his eyes lock mostly on Siegfried and Castalia. And a little bit on Malgern.
No.
But, however, we can continue on.
Okay.
I wish you could say to safety.
I march back and pick up Pulseworth again.
You end up picking up the kobold as well.
Thank you.
You've got your cart, you've got your horses, which, surprisingly, no marks on those. There is a bit of goo clinging to the hooves of Castalia's horse, though.
Good horse.
And you push back onto the road. Droop very
Very
carefully slides himself back into the shell. And also starts kicking out some of the gold coins to make more room.
No, the gold stay.
I was about to say, are we going to go back to the cart mess and clean up the rest of the treasure?
Yes.
Oh, it's on the way.
Yeah, within moments you are
Because
back.
normally I wouldn't care, but considering we just cleared out an entire ogre hill, if we didn't at this point, I'd kill one.
A bit of greed finally creeping in.
No, it's more of we went through all that effort and then didn't follow through. Hell no.
Takes a few
Now we can
minutes.
take-
It's getting about lunchtime. And you pull up to the ruined convoy. You're at the back of it. There's still the corpses. There's a few less, but that's not unexpected. You know there's a bear in the area, at least one. 4 carts.
Alright, so let's go to the cart with the gold in it. Start loading that off.
You all walk past the cart you did not inspect and instead go straight for the third one, which has all the gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
go
we just going
inspect
to
this.
check I was going to inspect the first cart we came across and just went my way.
Please,
Through
both
the
of you, go
rest of-
together. It'll be more fun.
We find a survivor and find out that we can't claim rightful salvage.
Yeah. The fourth and the first carts are of a slightly different make, whereas the gold cart and all, it was actually just sort of canvas covered. These ones are fully enclosed boxes with doors.
Oh, I'm going to see what's in the first one.
It's locked.
Well, in that case, I am going to try and unlock it.
Good. As you just pull a pouch in your belt and this massive amount of tools just spill down little holders along the thigh.
Are you gonna check to
hold
make
on.
sure it's not trapped?
No, I'm going to do something else instead first. I'm going to knock and ask if there's anybody inside. Nothing?
It might help if you said hello.
He did.
Oh, I just heard this knock.
There's a twist and a click. And you pull it open, and it's dark. But there is enough light filtering in to see there's something looking back at you at the back of a cart. It looks a little familiar. Like, it's a little bit like that creature you saw in the cave. It has this horrid face around. It's got these twisted horns. It's got this powerful upper body and then no lower body. Also looks to be made out of metal. As your eyes start perusing the size, you can see various... There's quite a lot of broken ceramics. There's a few strange vessels. A lot of vases.
Right.
Yeah.
Is the thing moving?
It is not moving.
So it could be a statue?
Could be.
I'm gonna go up to Siegfried and kind of help him light up the interior.
This looks like some of the like show-off rooms, the boastful rooms you've seen in some of your peers' homes. There's a lot of fancy shit here.
Hmm. Which way was this cart?
This is all part of the convoy. They're all going in the same direction.
Oh, so those are all heading towards Rex?
All heading towards Raxis.
Hmm. I wonder if someone was trying to see if they can make deals on a probably not very competitive market at the moment.
Well, if we
Seeing
know
as it
that...
doesn't seem to moving, I'm gonna at least carefully get into the cart and have a look around to see if anything still survived
Yeah.
and might be actually valuable.
Yeah, most of all the ceramics and all seem to be cracked or broken in some ways. On the right side, things have fared a bit better. There's less dents in the wall. And you start to see there is on the wall itself there is a board filled with just what looks like solid gold, at least at a glance. It could just be gilded. Various holy symbols to a lot of the different deities. On the bright side, the good ones. You're not seeing anything that would be suspect or strange. A few of them are a bit oversized. Some of them look ridiculous. Like there is a Kalemvor one, but it's as tall as your forearm. So it would be, it'd be a bit weighty hanging from the chest. You also see quite a few little fancy drinking vessels, including a strange one that looks like it's a pair of turtles, but their shells are raised up and there's a basin inside them. And there's what looks like a couple of jewelry boxes all strapped into the side. The space here, not used efficiently, you're noticing.
Well, I'll check out this couple of jewelry boxes.
Okay.
Yes. I think this might have been an interior salesman of some sort.
So there's one that's predominantly gold and a bit bigger. There's a slightly smaller one with a finer silver trim.
We'll start the silver trim first.
Alright, you open it?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a con save. Same for you, Cornelius. You're nearby enough.
Oh god, fucking damn it. I was wondering for a moment, oh shit, this is gonna...
As you pull it open, there's this moment where your shoulders fall. And your eyelids start to get a bit heavy and you realize that's a spring lock I just heard. And there is suddenly a puff of horrendous grey gas in your face. And it manages to sift out to Cornelius as well. So Siegfried, you take 5 poison damage. Cornelius, you take the full 11. And you were
Ow.
both poisoned. No, actually, Siegfried wouldn't be poisoned, correction. Cornelius is poisoned.
Yeah, I have 6 hit points. You better fucking do something quick.
In that case, I'm going to shove my last healing potion down his throat.
It has no effect.
It's just more meaning to get the hit points back.
That's what I mean, it has no effect.
Oh shit! Gonna yell to Rain and Zalzul for help.
Not Malgern?
Azul, this is you. Because I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, you're suddenly realizing, Cornelius, she used her last spell slot on Droop. As you just feel your insides, everything feels awful and gritty. Everything feels dried out.
Well, on the bright side, if you die, I can fix you.
There's just this
How you
horrible,
have a spell slot?
there's this horrible rolling of nausea inside your stomach right now, and everything seems very heavy. You can't even start flexing your fingers because it feels like they're starting to swell up at the joints.
Zazzle is going to make a mad dash over there. And lay his hands on Cornelius and say, "Be better."
Tell me, Cornelius, what sort of expression do you give Siegfried? Is there any comment for your friend?
I think at this point I'm in too much agony to do much anything but just kind of turn my look at Siegfried and hope he somehow gets a meaning that I'm very angry, but at the same time I'm in so much pain that I only got.
Yeah, that you don't get those 11 hit points.
Oh dear.
Don't we have a? Didn't we have a potion of some description that cured poison and stuff?
A potion of some description is a handy thing. It lets you make anything you want.
I saunter over so that if Cornelius drops, I can stabilize him.
I have a heals kit on me.
A healer's kit stops you from being... It stabilizes you. It doesn't fix you.
Okay. I'm going to use the jar of jar and stuff that's got... It's a necro thing. Canteen's ointment.
Yes.
2d8 plus 2 hit points and clears poison.
Yep.
I'll quickly run over to the wagon, grab that, and come back and treat.
How do you apply it?
Well, I believe it was an ointment, so it's going to be all over his face and arms and bits and pieces.
As he just takes this big scoopful of this like glutinous yellowed mass and then just drags it down your face.
I look very amused from my position, waiting.
Meanwhile, you are sweating bullets, you are shivering, your face is going gaunt. There's a horrible yellowing around the eyes. But he starts smearing it in as you stand there in agony.
I'm pretty sure I'm laying in agony. I'm not standing.
Oh no, you can't bend. At the moment, everything feels too rigid to move. So 2d8, yeah, go ahead. Plus your, was it 4?
2d8 plus 2.
Yep. As you smear on Keaton's ointment.
Ointment you don't normally drink,
Oh,
so...
okay.
It actually says in DMG you can use it both ways. So yeah, as he starts smearing this on, it feels so much better. You feel cool, you feel refreshed. And you get yourself 10 HP. You no longer feel poison, everything settles down. You watch as your fingers just start to go back to their normal svelte shape. And there's Cornelius, or there's Siegfried in front of you, while you've got a face of slowly drying goo.
Great look, Cornelius.
Really? I'm dying. And you're making jokes.
Pretty much, yeah. Dealing with dying people is kind of one of my things.
What is wrong with you?
It goes much deeper than what's wrong with you currently, which is nothing right now. You feel amazing. Even that little scratchiness in the back of your throat that you had for a couple of days, yeah, it's gone.
Siegfried, please let me know whenever you're about to open a container. It won't matter if we're at a banquet or anything. Please, just let me know when you're about to open anything in the future. As I drag out into my into one of the pouches to drag out one of the bottles of wine.
Which bottle of
And
wine?
I'm forgot. I don't know. You didn't specify any of them.
Oh, well, like, was it the one in the basement with a label on, for example? Is
Yeah.
the one written in halfling?
Yeah. I'm just gonna uncork. Yeah, well, I'm basically just taking any one of them, uncorking it, and forgoing any kind of
Caution.
what.
Okay, you get 1 HP back and you feel full. You feel like you've had a full day's meal.
Well, fuck you guys. I got my meal plans handled for a little more.
How rude! He helped you, and you're saying "fuck you."
Yeah, he helped me.
Hey,
I said, fuck you.
I was here in case you dropped, so that you wouldn't die.
He was kind of hoping not to reach that state.
Well, I'm going to look back at them and shake my head and think, oh god, never mind. And go and see what's actually in the particular container that I just opened that tried to kill me.
It has a small black felt liner. That's it.
Yeah, that sounds about right for me.
So, the good berry wine you just chugged would be one of the 2 old bottles of wine, maybe.
Yeah.
And you've got enough for another 9 swigs.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, is there anything else in there that could get opened and potentially poison the lot of you?
The gold one?
Oh, now she worries.
The bigger gold one.
Why didn't you check it for traps first?
Why didn't you, Siegfried?
Because sometimes you forget.
Yeah,
And sometimes when you check, there is nothing there. So, well, never mind.
that's true. Sometimes there are things there, though. So, the gold box.
Well, gold box.
I think Siegfried is just happy that for once it's not him paying the full consequences of it.
Yeah, you're fine, but then you heard this horrible retching and pain from your companion beside you.
Which I fixed.
Zazzle's gonna leave the wagon at this point.
Yep, I
Well-
make sure I'm outside by a
Do
fair
you want
I'm
to
gonna-
take the? Do you want to take the gold box outside and maybe open it out there somewhere away from people?
No, let him stay in there because I don't need the rest of us to go off.
I was just thinking that if it blows up, I don't want it to take the wagon as well.
Who cares?
Wow.
Well,
We're
I'm
a
going
very
to check.
caring party here.
Well, seeing as the first one didn't go so well, I'm going to check the second one for what might be.
Alright, give me an investigation check. As you were very carefully eyeing it over and probing at it. Seems okay. Does seem locked.
Right. So first things first. Open said lock.
Yeah.
Cornelius, have you retreated to a safe distance at this point?
As you put the key in, the box puts something in you. A solid metal spike comes
God
out
damn
from...
it.
It looked like a screw on the lock itself, but it launches out and scrapes along the back of your hand. So it'll be 1 point of damage and a con save.
This is going well.
As the rest of you start to walk away, you hear a... Siegfried, you are asleep.
Zarzul,
What?
I think he needs you in there.
It's not a good sleep.
No.
I'll-
What can I do?
Dead, if he's dead, let me know and then I can stabilize him and we'll just chuck him in the wagon.
The great thing is, he's got a +2 on his saves. He has more bonuses to his saves than anyone. And this shit keeps happening.
I poke my head in carefully and look.
He is snoring quite loudly, face down on the ground. There is a spike out of the box. It goes about 7 inches or so.
Okay. I turn back to Rain and say, it looks like he's sleeping again.
Oh jeez. So I go to crawl in. At this point I look. Is the box unlocked?
Do you touch it?
I'm not touching it yet.
It's
Does
not
it look
open.
like he's on...
There's a spike out of it.
Hey Zarzul, can you try opening that?
Okay, Zazzle's going to walk.
You don't have to, you know.
No, I don't, but I will.
Also a
I'm
reminder,
gonna
Rain,
poke
that
it.
there is a big rack of just gold, solid gold holy symbols from the looks of it. Most of the deities represented.
I'm keeping it in mind, but I want to see what's in the box too.
So is ours
Okay,
all.
Zazzle is going to poke at box with a sword just to see if it does anything more.
It
Oh,
does.
he's doing his
It is
Siegfried
nudged
looking
slightly backwards.
Hmm.
Doesn't feel very heavy.
Okay. Zazzle is going to carefully, while not touching said box, examine the rest of the screws similar to what poked out the first time. Any more look like might come out and be spikes.
Give me an investigation. It looks like there's another spike on the other side. Like, you know, just across from it.
Okay.
So this has at least 2 shots.
Okay. Well, making sure I'm not in the way of it, can I operate the key or whatever to open it?
There's only the lockpick sitting in there. In
I
Siegfried's
haven't-
hands.
Okay.
Wait, I've got an idea.
How does brute force sound?
Well, my idea was what happens if you wiggle Siegfried's hand a bit, have it go off a second time, and then we can... He's already out like a light.
They just want to
I'm
poison him again.
I'm gonna glare at Rain at this point.
But still do it.
Well, unless you want it to go off on you, I mean, that's fine, but
Better him than me.
I'm just saying, he's
I mean,
already
what?
asleep, so I mean...
We're
That's
nice
okay.
people.
Going to put the box to the side and say, no, I have a feeling these are only display pieces. I don't think there's anything in them.
Well, have you tried rattling it? To see if there actually is
Please
something
try
in it.
rattling it.
Oh, jeez, shall we die?
Rattle it.
Very gently in case there's breakables in it.
I pass the box to Rain and say, you rattle it.
Ooh, yeah, fight.
Leave the cart.
You also leave Siegfried sleeping there.
I poke my head out and go, "Hey, Malgern,
What do you want?
got this box. Don't let it poke you."
Oh God, is that what's been going on in there?
The compassion and camaraderie is stunning.
I go into the wagon and get Siegfried out of the wagon.
The moment you start sort of jostling him a little bit to move, he wakes up.
Oh, good. You can try unlocking it again.
Siegfried, everything around you is in grayscale. You do not see any colors.
Where the colors go? Right, okay.
They don't answer because they don't care.
Let's just check something first. No, I have intelligence enough to say no. They are probably trapped display boxes for people to, well, store jewelry in. Maybe for the person might have been selling them. You know, ladies' jewelry boxes that have got traps in them. So, you know, thieves or people like me get done in.
Do we see a key for them? Because if they were being sold, there would be keys for them.
Yeah. Yeah, when you look behind you to where the door is and there's the panels there. Yeah, there's a couple of keys hanging there. Very small though.
Why don't we try the keys?
There's 6 keys.
Why don't we try the keys?
Why don't you try the keys, my dear?
Why don't you try the keys?
I don't have gloves.
Let's put it a different way. Other than the holy symbols and maybe interesting-looking boxes, is there anything else in here that looks like it might have some worth?
I mean, the statue is pretty great craftsmanship. The little turtle drinking vessels look like they're pretty well sculpted and look pewter. Look like some expensive stone.
I walk over
How
and
about
look at the
this?
turtle drink.
Yep, you get them.
Perfect. I take them back to the cart and prepare to use them tonight.
Well, I'm going to grab the keys and the 2 jewelry boxes. And I'm not going to use the keys on the jewelry box.
What you notice, but Siegfried can't, is that of the 6 keys, 3 of them have a blue tab, 3 of them have a red tab.
Hold the phone. Or, not the phone, the phones don't exist.
The phonograph.
Yeah, hold the phonograph. Those keys are different colors.
Are they?
Yeah, one has a blue bit, and one has a red bit.
So there's one of each colour for each key.
Yeah.
So there's 3 items which need keys in there.
The colors would probably help indicate. Now, looking at the keys though, are the blue keys and the red keys the same, or are they different?
They all look the same.
They all look the same. I lean out in a sing-song voice. Cornelius, we need your lovely university brain.
Do you want to go to the Cart of Death?
And what do you need my university brain for?
We've got a puzzle.
Oh?
Yeah.
That's what we could solve later. I mean, just take them with us.
You know what? You know what? He speaks truth. It can wait. I think we have narrowly avoided death enough for one day.
Zazzle is busily shoveling gold from cart to cart.
The wisest one of all.
running back and
I'm going
forth.
to grab the symbol for Kalimvor and lug it back to the cart.
It is huge. Like I said, it's the length of your forearm, just up and down, and then the scales themselves are actually longer than that.
Oh hell, Melgern!
It's impressive. No, you can
What?
carry it. It's impressive. You just wouldn't want to wear it on your chest.
Yeah, I'm still gonna grab him because the last thing I want is to drop it and break it.
Yeah, might be a
Melgern, can you offer me a hand, big strong dwarf?
nice staff
Why?
topper.
We've got a very large thing in here that I'd want to lug to the cart.
Why?
Because it's worth money.
Yes, it's worth money.
It's
and
worth money? Okay. That's all you had to say. You gotta get to the details, woman. Jeez. Fucking hell.
Zarzul is currently
I will
giggling.
help you carry it.
Yeah, you are just... It's amazing, Zarzul, as you just force your hands into this massive pile of coins, and they just disappear underneath it all, and you can feel the weight of all of this currency and riches. You also realize that you're just sort of, funneling it into the cart, and it's just, covering the floor of the wagon.
We may need a container. Is there a container in there for gold?
There's two
Hang
containers.
on, no. No, new plan. New plan. Cornelius, your belt pouch, how much do they hold?
I do not actually know.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Let's see.
I mean,
Thankfully,
so
it does
far,
have auto
nothing.
calculations here, so...
Well,
1,000
while this is
gold.
going on, Siegfried is going to look at the second cart.
I will join Siegfried.
The second card is another canvas affair. You look inside, do you?
Yeah, I'm going to look inside.
It's got a fuck ton of bedrolls. It's got a few crates sealed up. It's got a couple of big clay jugs that are a bit smashed, and you can see that it's still soggy. You can also see a handful of spears at the back, and also 2 or 3 uniforms, the same red ones that these guys had, with less holes in them.
Right. So, is there a crate full of rations?
Yes.
Well, I think that's our best bet. I'll see about...
There's a pack
Manhandling
of
that one
75
out.
rations.
Thank goodness.
Of what quality are the bedrolls?
Bit worn, bit old. Smell very much of Guy.
Oh, yeah, well, so much for Mastercraft for that. This is a nice thought.
Yeah, these are very
I'm just going to
utilitarian.
manhandle the crate of rations over to our cart, because quite frankly,
help him
food
out
is
with
always
that.
good. It's a good idea.
Yeah, as the two of you come across, you keep seeing, cobalt darts in the wagon, out of wagon, jingling, in the wagon, out of wagon, jingling. It's just constant armfuls of money, and you can start to hear a bit of wood creak.
I thought it was going into the belt now.
I forgot actually. Cornelius, are you letting him just shovel coins into your belt?
I mean, I'm curious myself to see how much they can contain. But I'm making sure it's one of the pockets that doesn't have the wine in them.
Okay, as you start funneling it in, it's slower work, of course, because you're having just, you've only got your hands for this. As you just start pouring it in. You do hear a little jingle, the two of you. Well, Cornelius hears a bit more. And you look to your side and you can see the sixth pocket. About 4 coins have fallen out of it. But more coins are going in to the second pocket. Just more and more coins going in, and then just a few moments later, another single coin just slips out.
Well, I guess they're not going to be able to contain much more.
But that's the thing. He keeps on shoveling handfuls greedily into it, gold and platinum coins, and then it's not like, handful coin. It's more like handful, couple more handfuls, a coin, 2 more handfuls, a coin, Another 3 handfuls, a couple more, and then 1 more coin.
I take a look at the coins to see if there's anything special about them. Can do,
Basil is continuously giggling.
There is
do an investigation.
There is an awkward moment where you bend down to investigate the coins, and you just get a face full of gold coins as he keeps spilling them into your face. The pouches were there a moment ago, now they're not.
Sasso! Focus.
He looks very focused. It's not in you. The coins look perfectly normal.
After we get the rations on the thing, I'm going to go and check the last wagon.
By then, I'm going to follow him up to check the last wagon.
The last wagon, again, is another wooden box with door. This one looks pretty sturdy.
Well, I'm going to knock again and say, hello, anybody inside?
You hear nothing except the giggling and jingling.
Right, pick lock time.
Check it for
actually
traps.
No, I'm going to test the door to see if it's unlocked.
It is not unlocked.
Check for traps.
Okay, I'll check for traps.
He's acting like his mother's telling him to do it. You almost fucking died, and I'll check for traps.
Alright, I'll check it, you nagging.
You almost killed your brother Cornelius. Looks fine. It's gonna be a tricky kind of bolt, though. As you start delving into it, it is taking a bit longer than you expected. It's very heavy to start slipping through all this. And there is this awkward moment of just, well, I mean, Rain's standing right there and you're just plinking away with the thieves' tools. And I mean, do you make conversation? You have to focus really on the tumbler and hear a click. And then finally, you hear it. Chunk. And the door
Do you
feels
realise we could have just searched the bodies for the keys? Oh, well, never mind.
You could have done that, yes. You're quite correct.
Oh, well, and I'll open the door and see what's inside.
You see daylight, which surprised you for a moment, as you also see there's a huge wooden spike lodged through the front of it, but is smashed through the wall. You see a dressed form that that has like it's a large sort of flowing headdress kind of thing. It's just like one piece of fabric, like the veil that Castalia wears, but it's, you know, much thicker material, much heavier, with an iron circlet sort of pressing it onto the dress form's head, and also a breastplate that is practically glowing. Like it's only catching a tiny bit of light, but it is reflecting it brightly. There's also a very small cot, like as in it's thin and narrow, not it could still fit a person. And what looks like, to your experienced eyes of alcoholism, because it's not a problem, it's just something you do socially, what looks like could be a drinks cabinet.
Right, I know where I'm starting first. Drinks cabinet.
So you step inside?
Yep.
Okay. Dexterity save, please. As you press your foot down, that part seems to have taken a bit of damage, and your foot goes right through it. You manage to spring back, but you just see that it's broken wood. Not good. Might be termites.
You're very determined to hurt yourself today.
Yeah, well.
Meanwhile, there's just more giggling and jingling further back. Castellium,
Right.
Hawker, and what are you two up to?
What happened?
Your mic's up.
I'm muted again. I'm just gonna kind of let this happen because I don't know what the hell's going on. I feel like I'm in a circus right now. If anyone gets seriously hurt or something shows up, I will step in. But for the most part, I am keeping well out of the way here because I've seen too much shit happen.
How about you, Castalia?
I'm gonna follow to help make sure Siegfried doesn't fall down again, while constantly thinking about, God, I just want to sleep and get drunk.
I'm
It's
halfway
been a
there
longest-
already.
It's been a long as fuck day. It's barely started.
I know it's only fucking like 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
It's been a rough morning.
I'm literally still moving only from the.
Well, if you prick yourself on that blade from the first box, you'll get the sleep part done.
It was the second.
Second. Okay.
The first one might still be good for a prick. Alright then, Siegfried.
Drinks cabinet.
You're gonna clamber over to the drinks cabinet, okay. It's a glass affair. It's a bit small as a travel affair, but you can still see there's about 12 bottles in there. Some of them squat and fat, a few of them proper wine.
I crawl up to the doorway so that he can pass anything out to me without stepping on the weak floorboard bit.
Pass it on to the quartermaster, I guess.
Well, I'm just going to hand out the bottles.
And then I pass them down to Castalia if she'll take them.
No, you don't do any of that yet because it is locked. You just
God
sort of
damn it.
you rattle at the doors.
So close, yet so far.
Stuck just
Right.
at the gates of the
Okay.
doors.
Just
Right, first, check for traps.
yeah, first check for trap. You were trying to just arm over fist the drink, you fool. Go ahead, check for traps then. See if I care.
Wow.
It looks clear. As you press your thieves' tools in. Rain, you noticed that there's some discoloration in some of the panels. Siegfried didn't.
Siegfried?
It's a little too late as he twists the first tumbler.
Well, yeah, that's I'm probably going to be saying that as he figures it out.
And
Siegfried's on the floor again.
he's face down on the floor again.
Oh,
Is he asleep this time again?
Also, Rain, give me a con save.
Aw,
Because
hell.
the gas is pushing out from there as well. He is fully in it. There is no way he could get away from that. You feel a little drowsy for a second, but you manage to push it away.
So I felt drowsy. It's a sleeping gas.
Yep, so you just wave it away, and you just see Siegfried lying there. The hands are still, holding the lockpick, still in the lock. But you can also see the
just
one of
look-
the discolored panels has actually dropped away, and there's a little nozzle there.
I look at Castalia and I just go, it was sleeping gas. Again.
Here's hoping it's a restful one for him.
Yeah, well, at this point, now I'm going to try to climb in there over the floorboard that's weak. I don't want to step on that. And try to shake Siegfried awake.
He wakes up.
Alright, let's try that again. And this time, let's actually make sure we don't trigger the trap.
Right.
Now, let me get back into the
Anybody got
doorway.
coffee?
Just let me get back to the doorway again.
Right. First things first, I'm going to see how I actually triggered the trap.
Well, considering the panels fell off.
Yes, but the thing is, there might be more.
Yeah, you can see the
We don't
panel,
know.
then you're thinking about it, you look down, all you did was turn the tumbler. This is the normal course. Then you think back to when you were pulling on it a bit, and the give was a little different. It wasn't quite lining up with where the lock should be. And so you look up, and you can see that there is a little slightly thicker panel up near the top of the two doors.
Either way, I
Right.
get back into the doorway.
Right. Okay, so there might be a second lock.
There might be a real lock.
So I'm going to have a quick hunt around, see if I can find the way to reveal said lock.
Yeah, well, if you start with that thicker panel, you just you give it a little feel, see if it's loose or not, see if it's moved in any direction very slightly with your picks. And it just comes free in your hand, you just see a simple little lock.
Hopefully it's simple.
It is, actually. It only takes 2 pins and bingo. Snaps open.
These
Right.
guys are really determined at keeping their crap from us.
Well, think about it. If you're in a company of mercenaries, you would protect your drinks cabinet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with this statement.
That is the first thing the lowly grunts are going to try and take over.
Right. With that open or unlocked, I'm just going to have another quick check to see if there's anything else that might try and bite me or put me to sleep or whatever. Okay, we'll do that quickly.
You do see 2 small lockboxes underneath the cot.
Secondary, up main, and then I'm going to open up and start passing out the bottles.
Yeah, you get about 6 bottles of various wine. They look... I mean, if you showed them off to Cornelius, he'd say they're adequate vintage. This is something, a rich commoner would drink.
Ugh.
Most of it seems from the Sword Coast. There are
So
2
just
that...
barely above water.
Yeah. There are 2 that do have a typeface you're not familiar with. None of your languages really click with it. And then the rest, 4 bottles of... 2 bottles of port, 2 of whiskey. The port is Dwarven, the whiskey is Elven.
Oh, thank God.
So what you're saying is the whiskey is barely drinkable.
It's up to your own preferences.
Yeah, that it's probably. I'd rather drink water.
Right, so that one's done. Now, I'm going to have a look at this armor.
Okay.
Check for traps.
Nope.
Yeah, as you just roll around, you roll the fallen dress form. You can see, yeah, it's a very nice, linen, the headdress. It seems to spill out, and you think if you put it on, it would cover your head decently. It'd probably get to about sort of mid-back. The metal circlet itself seems pretty plain. A few little spikes on it, but blunted, very decoration kind. But sort of vaguely like a crown, but not ostentatious. More like sort of, crown of command kind of thing. The breastplate, that does seem very fancy, because you pry it off and it barely weighs a thing. And as you flip it to check on the inside, there is all kinds of engravings, and there is just a flow of light underneath it. So yeah, it seems magical.
Right. I'm going to pass the breastplate out. And all that particular set of armor.
And I pass it down to Castalia.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've checked the wine cabinet. And I did not. You said I noticed a couple of boxes under the bed.
Yeah, 2 small little lock boxes.
Right, I'm going to check for traps on both of them.
We'll see about that. To the best of your knowledge, looking them over, they seem safe. They also seem very dingy, very old.
Actually, while I'm in this cart, is there any maps?
There's nothing hung on the walls, actually. You'd expect at least, say, a banner. Some old trophy, but there's nothing there.
Right, so I'm going to, move the 2 boxes out. So I've got a bit. Actually, I'll take them outside the cart. Just so I've got a bit of extra light on them.
Yeah. So you can see the teeth forming on one, yeah, I get it.
Would be my luck.
As you start walking out, the one in your right hand, you can hear very quietly a ticking noise.
Right. Do watches
There are watches, but they are like huge, sort of, slightly smaller than dinner plate kind. And there's also a lot of clockworks because of the gnomes. They do make little clockwork creatures and novelties.
Okay, so so that thing does exist.
Yeah, you're not entirely unfamiliar with it. It's very expensive stuff. But you also know that
Okay.
some traps like to use gears and timing.
Well, I'm going to put that particular box down and then take the other one outside the cart and motion to move back.
Okay.
I immediately move back.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what he says.
Really?
I think you were already pretty far away, considering what you said.
Oh, yeah. So, if anything should happen, I'm gonna just be like, I told you so.
So I'm going to get a bit of distance between me and the cart, and probably the other people while I see about opening this lockbox, seeing as things have been going swimmingly for me so far today.
Check for traps.
Already did.
On the outside. You slip in the locks, you have a nice little twist. You get your ear right up against it to try and hear the faint little clicks to make sure you're getting it right. I mean, it's more of an art form than a skill, really, of picking locks. Takes about 5 minutes or so, and then tick, the lid slightly lifts.
Right, I'm going to have a look inside.
Inside, you see, folded up very tightly, a few bundles of paper. Yellowed, frayed at the edges.
Right, I'm carefully going to open them up just so don't accidentally damage them.
The first one is a map of nowhere you recognize. You see a large stretch of coast. You see most of the top half of the map is sort of verdant with a few port towns and a large castle marked in. None of the place names are written out in words, though. There's just symbols. And you can tell, there's only 2 or 3 symbols per descriptor, so it doesn't look like it's a language. But then as you look to the south, you can see, stretching dunes, deserts, and a few hills.
Right, don't recognize that one yet. Put
The
that
other one you
aside.
unfold is just desert. It looks like parts of it are intentionally blank. But dead in the center of it is what looks like a very large, imposing city. There are also dotted in a few places here and there what look like waterholes, oases.
Right, so 2 maps of destinations that we're not too sure of where. Okay.
The other lockbox is still in the cart.
And it's still not nothing has happened.
From what you can tell, yeah.
Right, I'm going to put the paper back in the lockbox and hand that to Rain, and then I am going to attempt
Rain, do you trust anything he hands to you?
Yeah, I trust it now.
The other lockbox
Yeah, as a-
is still ticking.
As a matter of fact, while he's doing that, I'm going to investigate the papers myself to see if I recognize.
You don't recognize the language. Well, not the language, you don't recognize the area.
Well, I'm going to check the thing for traps again, just to make sure I didn't miss any.
Good.
And then I am going to try and pick the lock. Actually, first things first, make sure it's not unlocked already.
Wouldn't that be funny?
It is locked.
In that case, lockpicks.
The lid pops open, and then it keeps going open, and you see inside it, it's a small little metal snake. It has the hood of a venomous snake. It definitely has fangs, because you can see him extending for a moment as it opens its mouth, but then it doesn't. It just sits there. And there's a
Right,
few...
I carefully close the lockbox and put it back where I found it.
As you try to put the lid down, it sits rigid.
Right.
Because
Okay.
you're trying to do this very gently, and as it just settles, it doesn't move to let you put the lid further down.
Is it still ticking?
It is still ticking. And there's also
Right.
a few small panels missing on it, and you can see that there's little wheels and whatnot turning inside it.
Right. I am going to back away slowly and close.
You do so.
Well, what was it?
A mechanical snake in a box.
So where's the mechanical snake in the box?
In the car.
Why?
Did it look
Because
expensive?
it's still ticking and I don't want it near me when I find out that it still does stuff.
It could be worth a lot, and it could be useful once we get to Raxis and trying to pawn it off on those rich folk that are all locked up.
Also could be assassination device. I don't want to find out.
It's almost like he's had a bad experience or something.
Well, what do you think would happen if you opened it?
It's already open. It's in there open. I couldn't close the lid.
I mean, fully open it.
Not sure, and I don't want to find out.
All right then.
Do we have something? Hey, Zarzul!
Zazzle is currently jingling and giggling, shoving coin Cornelius.
You've gotten halfway through the
Zazzle,
coins
if
and
you
you've had to
don't come
switch.
over here...
Incidentally, you've
Zarzul,
had-
if you don't come over here, you won't get your gold share.
I think he has plenty of gold here at the moment.
Probably true.
Don't forget, you put it in the wizard's pocket, so at some point he's going to go, "We have gold. I have gold."
No. This...
Can you give Zarzul a smack to wake him up?
Why?
Because I want to find out, can he do any heal poisons without a, salve?
I have no spell slots left.
Nor do I. Great.
Oh, this is going well.
Do you have
Yes,
spell slots left,
so-
Malgern?
We are currently shoving gold into my through my endless pockets, and yet you want more.
No, it's the device.
I think we can deal without having one single device with us, without sacrificing the life of our members.
I don't look thrilled.
You don't have to listen to him. You don't have to take that lying down.
You could
Why
do it.
don't you go in there and check it out for yourself
You
then?
can listen to him. He says good advice sometimes.
Does anybody have a long stick?
We're in we're in a forest.
I turn and point to the ruined wagon.
We have a 10-foot pole.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do have the,
Gonna say, I thought
pipe.
one of you had a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. He's got a 10-foot
Well,
pole, there's the spears, there's the pipe. There's a lot of sticks available.
I'm gonna go grab one of the spears. So I can do this from a distance.
Okay,
And she was never heard from again.
probably.
And then when I come back, I look to see where he stuck the box from the door.
Okay, so you open the door, and you look inside. You see the box. It is open.
Is the snake in the box still?
No.
What was that? Because I didn't hear.
No.
It's not in the box.
It's not in the box.
Oh, great.
Oh shit! Siegfried, it ain't in the box. At this point, I crawl out of the. I jump off the wagon. I ain't gonna be anywhere near that mofo.
The two of you hear ticking.
Well, I think it's time to leave.
So what's not in the box? Because I don't know if I'm aware of this.
I start quickly jogging back to the cart and go, a mechanical snake.
Son of I'm just thinking to myself as I'm following them. I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen.
But mechanical snake, I'd like to point out, it looked like it was less than half a foot long. It was a little tiny little clockwork toy.
I don't know that.
No, Siegfried knows that. That's what he's running from.
Yeah.
He's the only one who knows the size of this, as Rain goes in a sprint of a wagon.
I was like, Malgern heard the S word. He's gone.
Well, with the amount of different poisons and bits and pieces on this wagon, I don't want to find out what it's coated with.
Yeah, I was like, we've had enough of our party members poisoned one day. I'm out of here.
It's a good thing they didn't want you dead, huh? This was just to leave the culprit in the open. So you all run for the wagon? Because you've still got some gold left in the other wagon.
Well, Zarzul's handling that.
I don't
Okay,
know, is he aware of what's
so
going
you
on
two,
right now?
So you two run past Cornelius and Zarzul. Zarzul, you've had to start working on this.
As we go past, I'm going to say, that's it, time to leave.
Who said?
But gold.
Exactly. You can keep hitting it, Zarzul.
Zarzul, you've already filled up one of the pouches. Gold was actually spilling out from it directly. So you've had to start moving on to another one. So there's 2,000 gold in one of those pouches.
Oh god.
I make sure to bring the breastplate, the circlet, and the bow.
Oh yeah, I'll probably have grabbed some of the things for drinking.
Yeah,
I didn't have
you
words
got the
for them.
booze to the cart anyway. That was the first
Yeah.
thing you grabbed after all.
Shriveling gold.
So, Rain, Castalia, Siegfried, as you sit down in the wagon, you still hear ticking.
Oh, crud.
You hear ticking from Rain.
I immediately start checking myself over.
You remember that you're still wearing all your pockets.
I immediately poof the pockets away.
And clattering onto the gold coin carpet of the wagon is this small little metal snake.
I immediately try to throw myself out of the wagon.
Give me an athletics check. Now remember, you can contest this with your athletics or your dexterity. To see who throws who. No, you just leap out.
No, I was gonna say I hope
Well,
you let
I'm
it
not ready to press the button.
Well, I'm going to grab the our cooking pot or something
Mhm.
and put it over the snake.
Okay. You now hear echoing ticking. And Siegfried, you remember you put a hole in the floor of the other wagon.
Son of a... Oh.
In case you're wondering
Plus,
how it
there's
got
a
out.
whole... Well, there's a big bloody ballista bolt in the front.
That too, but I mean, it's this very small little snake.
Well, I'm wondering if it didn't bite me.
But you
Is
still leapt out. Actually, give me a
Yeah, but I
dexterity.
have
Give me a dexterity check. How gracefully do you land?
Oh,
Not gracefully.
Very.
You get
Not
that.
very.
You get that little bit where you put your ankle just too far, and it's throbbing.
Oof.
You're not limping or anything, but it doesn't feel good.
Biscuit!
Pufflesworth looks up, interested.
No, honey. Not real biscuit. Bad biscuit.
Is it?
Well, at this point, now that I'm not panicking,
Are you?
If it went with me this whole time, and it didn't bite me, is it dangerous?
Why don't you just
We
take your
don't
hand in and
know.
find out?
Some could say that about Zarzul as well.
Do we have any more of that ointment stuff?
Yes.
So that's how we're gonna handle this.
We have 2 charges left.
Well, you've got it, so I vote you try to find out.
Coward.
I love these. Like, Castelia imagines sitting impassively, but then there's also, further away, there is still the giggling kobold shoveling coins into a wizard's belt.
At this point, my character has taken out her pipe and is waiting for the snake to explode to go down with her cooking pot, or to just wait for the ticking to stop, to just give a look of annoyance.
I'm going to be very angry
Okay.
if it explodes and destroys the shell that is in the wagon.
Yes, it'll also destroy all the gold we have in the wagon.
It shouldn't blow up that big unless it's got something strange in it.
Yeah, if only it was some sort of magic.
Yeah, that's the issue.
What's the chances of that, though?
Well, a moving snake that's made of clockwork? Yeah, well, it should have stopped moving by...
Why don't you take it out of the wagon?
Right, so, I've got a pot covering it.
Yes.
Is there anything flat that I can kind of slip under the pot to make sure it stays inside the pot instead of in the...
I hold up the lid of the pot.
That's a good start.
Right. Okay. I'm going to try and slide the pot lid under the pot so the snake is in the...
Okay. You scrape, you grind a little bit. A few of the coins are, of course, getting trapped in the pot too.
Don't care.
You press it up against the side, and yeah, you still hear the metallic clicking.
Is it in the pot?
Yeah, it's in the pot. It sounds like it's in the pot, so it's probably in the pot.
Right. So I pick it up and take it out of the wagon,
Okay.
the whole pot.
Yep. You take the lid with you as well, right?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm half tempted to get some rope and tie the thing up.
Go on. You have a clockwork snake in a pot. There's some coins jingling.
Why don't you just open it and see if it'll actually do anything?
How many points do I have left? 12.
It's entirely
It'll
probable. It's entirely probable that this is just a toy.
Some 1,000 gold toy. Okay.
Yeah, we've never heard of rich men having eccentricities.
Well, yeah, and you have to
Yeah.
remember, rich people like to have very interesting things to show off at parties. Cornelius, don't rich people like interesting things to show off at parties?
Sure, I mean, who doesn't?
See, that's what I'm talking about.
He looks every
It's
bit the
entirely
nobleman right now as, he's holding a bottle of wine in one hand. He looks scuffed up and rotted, and again, there's this kobold running back and forth to his crotch.
Because I mean, I've been to a couple of parties, and they're all big about whatever fanciest thing they can get their hands on, so that they can one up the guy that lives next door.
Okay. Well, I'm going to slowly lift the pot lid to see if it comes.
Okay. You open the pot very slowly, and best you can tell, the snake is just sitting there on a small little pile of gold. About 6 gold coins worth.
Right. Okay. Now, how stupid am I going to be about this?
It is sitting upright. The tail is slightly curled around itself. And it's looking at you.
Hold on, who here has metal gauntlet?
Probably the one
mean,
covered in armor.
I would
It's
assume
probably-
I do.
Hey, Malgern.
What?
Can you try grabbing that clockwork snake thing? Because if it does decide to bite anything, it can't bite through your gauntlets.
I swear to God, if this is electrified, I'm going to knife you.
No, it was already in my pocket.
Again, your pockets aren't made of metal.
Yeah, leather's not very conductive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably got some leather gloves. I'll put those on.
Probably should have done that.
Time to
begin
do
with.
something stupid.
Okay.
I'm going to slowly reach in towards the snake.
Okay. Your
Is it
hand
doing anything?
slowly starts to creep towards the snake. It's a robot, so, well, a clockwork thing, so it's still doing snake things, though. The tongue is still flickering, but it's not the same way it happens. You can hear a little ratcheting sound as it goes in and out, a bit slower than normal. And what position is your hand in? What are you cupping? Are you just
Probably-
reaching?
Probably cupping.
As your hand
Hoping
gets
like hell it's friendly.
as your hand gets closer, it darts immediately into your palm, curls around for a second, and resumes its posture of sitting mostly upright.
Oh, wow.
It moved
Green
blindingly
snake?
fast.
It's a toy.
Hopefully it's friend snake, not nasty snake.
And as he brings it out of a
No,
pot,
my luck, it's both.
as he brings it out of a pot, if he does so, the rest of you can see that it's got brilliant, beautifully vibrant colors. It's mostly rich blues, with a very sort of like, what's the right? I'm trying to remember my gems here. Like is it garnet this green or is it? Maybe I'll just go with emerald.
Emerald.
Yeah.
Emerald.
Green.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, but it's got very deep green emerald, jeweling around the rim of it. You know, each segment has a rim at both ends.
Okay, that's beautiful.
And the eyes are sapphires. Little tiny ones.
Okay. Does it? Okay. Has it got its mouth open? As in, how do I explain it? Does it look threatening?
It's a snake. It's sitting there with the tongue flicking.
I'm gathering not really.
He's
Other
so
than
fucking
it's a
terrified
snake.
of anything I put in front of him.
I've not had a good day, thank you.
I put
You're alive.
my pot back in the wagon. Then I go to
Barely.
get the jewelry box from the closed-up wagon that the snake was in. Then I bring that over.
Okay, so you're
And
taking
set
the
it
two
down.
jewelry boxes, or just the one?
Just the one.
Okay.
And set that down by Siegfried and his new stuff.
I'm gonna move my hand over to the open jewelry box to see, other open box to see if it'll go inside.
Lightning quick, it just darts off your hand, pulls up in a little metal receptacle, and just sits there.
In that case, I carefully close the lid.
It remains upright, and the lid does not go down.
Okay.
And much as I'd like to leave it on a big moment, how much longer do you guys want to keep going for?
That's up to everyone else. I can go for a little bit. But...
Yeah, we've reached our 3 hours here.
Yeah, I guess we just gotta check whatever's left and then probably ended it there then.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you tried to put it in the box. It did not go in. It did not let you put it in the box.
I thought it went in the box, but the box won't close.
Yeah, it's in the box, but it's not letting him close the lid. Zarzul, you are finally finished stuffing the coins into Cornelius. Cornelius, you are walking around with 4,000 gold in your pockets. I mean, half of it is made up of platinum coins. But a lot of it is gold.
Weight?
The weight isn't actually that bad. Like, 1,000 gold coins is 20 weight. But he doesn't feel it because it's in the pouches.
Okay, even better.
Yeah. You don't feel any of this.
Yep.
But you have a fuck ton of money.
Right. Okay.
We're gonna have to find some plan to stall this in another way than just me waiting to be marked.
Maybe
Just
these things called banks.
Yes. Put your money in a bank at Raxis during its civil war. That's a great idea. I encourage this. If there's one thing that's stable, it's anywhere that houses currency during war.
Yeah, that one. Okay. Okay, what am I going to do with this snake? Okay.
Anyone else want to do anything while he's working out how to play with a snake?
With the snake, what happens if you try to push its head down with your hand?
Oh, what the hell. I'll give it a kind of push on the head.
There was a little moment of resistance, and then it just follows the pressure of your finger.
I lie it all the way down and close the lid.
When you get it to where its head is resting on the ground, the ticking stops.
Okay.
And you're able to close the lid.
Yay! It didn't kill me! One of the few things that hasn't.
And then
At
it
least hasn't tried
explodes.
to.
Anyone else doing anything with anything else? Cornelius, you're now freed from the giggling kobold, although he's probably still hovering around you.
So we have all the gold. Have we checked all the bodies for anything important?
You have checked none of the bodies. Well, you checked
Alright,
the ones at
then.
the first two wagons. But the ones further
Basil
up.
was going to look around for any important-looking body.
Everyone looks...
Yeah,
Yeah. Go on. What were we saying, Rain?
I was going to be checking the corpses as well, doing a once-over to make sure they don't got anything important.
They don't really. You find about another 20 silver in assorted coinage, like different mints. You find two lewd paintings. Well, parchments, lithographs. Sorry. Yeah. One male, one is a female Goliath. The other is a male orc.
What?
Yeah. Could be a half orc. It's hard to tell. Exceedingly buff. But that goes for both the pictures.
I'm leaving those.
You do find two sets of dice, 4 packs of cards. Only one of them is complete. The rest are all missing a couple. But hey, spares. And all the bodies look pretty much the same. There is some slight iconography differences on shoulders and helmets for the ones sitting in the wagons until you get to the front where you can see the body that the stake is lodged into, and it is a female that is a little bit dressed down, like still in the uniform, but none of the sort of armored parts. And she took it right in the face. Do you search her pockets?
Yep.
You find a key ring with 4 keys on it. 2 of them look like they could fit in a lockbox. One looks small enough for a drinks cabinet, and one looks like it would work on a door.
Well, I found the keys to your problem.
That's about right.
You also do find a scroll tube on them. It is locked. They do not have a key for it.
Hey, Siegfried, I found something else for you to play with.
As she waggles the
Okay.
cylinder.
I go over and take the case to have a look at it.
Hang
Thank
on.
you, love.
Hang on. Do I recognize the tube?
It looks very standard. It doesn't look fancy in any way. It's a bit scuffed. It's not decorated. It looks like
Okay,
very
just wanted
strong. Looks like very strong, thick leather around it.
Just wanted to see if it was one of those joke tubes.
Could still be one.
It could.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's not by
going to
this guy.
quickly investigate it to make sure I'm not going to get a surprise.
So you're trying to check it over for mechanisms.
Mechanisms.
You
Dark
find a
holes.
mechanism upon it. Some would call the lock.
Squad- That's fine, as long as I'd found that.
And as you're starting to scrape at it, it's a very small little fiddly lock, and you can't quite get the knack of it. You're standing there
Oh,
for
I'll
about
try
5
again
minutes with
later.
it tucked underneath your elbow, tinkering away. You think this might take you a whole night. It's also hard because,
I'll
of
try
course,
again
you
later.
can't see anything in color. So darkness is a little
That's
heavier.
right. That's right, yeah.
Yeah, right now Siegfried's
Oh.
life is shades of grey.
Well, in that case, I'm heading back to the wagon.
A little defeated.
No, just tactical retreat.
And as you sit in, you look across and you can see that there's that jewelry box with the spike out of it.
Later. I will defeat you later. After I rest up and actually get my hit points back.
And maybe your sight. So,
Maybe
any other
that's
business?
6 people that we've been promised.
I use Eldritch Sight to see if the circlet is magical as well. And if the breastplate is magical, it's glowing because of something else.
The circlet and the headdress sheet are not magical. They're high quality. Like, that's a great linen sheet.
Does the jewelry box that I haven't managed to open, the one with the spike, have anything magical in it?
It's still in the wagon. You didn't bring it with you.
Didn't we? Okay.
You can go check it, I'm just saying. You didn't take it, you didn't put it in the cart.
I guess I'll go check it.
The entire felt lining is lit up.
Alright.
And
The lining of
is it a
this
f-
empty box
Is it a
magic.
full detect magic spell?
It's an invocation, so
No,
I'm not 100%.
Does it just say that
Just-
you're able to cast detect magic?
Yeah, I can cast detect magic at will.
Right, it's a school of illusion.
Oh. I'm gonna do something stupid and reach in and touch them.
As you reach inside, you realize, oh yeah, this is the actual surface. You can see through the felt now. And you can see that there are 2 rings inside it. One is featureless and solid platinum. The other is also glowing with your magic vision. And has on it, it's a very, what's the word for it? It's got a lot of deep engraving in thin blues of ocean, like the foam of a wave, running around the whole length of it. And I think the school would probably be enchantment.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna slip that on and bring the box and the platinum ring back to the other.
You just slip a ring on? Okay,
Yeah.
good. To continue with your aquatic theme.
Exactly.
Alright, any other business?
Is there anything else to check out?
Did the breastplate give off any aura?
Oh yeah, it's magical as hell.
Of what school?
Actually, there is an answer for this one. Spell list. It is transmutation.
Oh.
But it would take identify to know what it actually does.
I make sure to share the information that it is magical in school.
She holds up this glowing breastplate. This is magical. Because it's glowing to the
This is
naked eye as
magical
well.
in case you didn't notice.
This is magical, not just polished.
And
I
let's
just-
show off the
I just give
jewelry
I just give a sideways glance to Sarsul as if, yeah.
Shiny.
Yeah.
I also hold over the jewelry box and explain how it works as best as I've discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there still one jewelry? Is that the jewelry box that spiked me to sleep, or was
No,
the
that one is
jewelry
still
box-
closed.
That's what I thought. Do you want to go and have a look at that one and see if there's actually anything interesting in it, or do I need so you can leave it be, or if I'm going to have to suffer some more?
Sure. So, take a look.
You give a glance over it, and you're not getting anything magical from it.
No, probably just maybe some nice jewels in there.
Probably some diamonds or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just some diamonds, nothing useful or anything.
Not worth dying over.
Well, they're precisely worth dying over. They revive you.
That's if there's diamonds in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could take it with us and I have another go when I get we get our stuff back.
Alright then. So, two last things. Firstly, are you going to travel on or set up camp around here?
We'll probably move, a mile down the road or something like that and set up camp.
Yeah.
With the mountains or the forest? Or are you going to pitch up in a clearing?
I'd rather clearing.
By clearing, I mean more just on the road directly.
At this point in time, probably work out just as well.
And second order business, are you going to rapid fire identify on the trip?
Might as well, just so that we don't have to remember for the next time.
Alright. I'll give you yeah. There's only a couple of magic items anyway, so... The ring is a ring of swimming. Wearing it allows you to move perfectly fine underwater. And you get a swimming speed of 30 feet. It also means that when you're attacking there's no disadvantage to worry about. It does not let you breathe, however. It is only for movement. It also does not require attunement. So you can slip this on and off as much as you want. The breastplate is a normal breastplate. However, once a day, you can cast the spell Tensor's Transformation. It is a high-powered spell that turns a wizard into a warrior. For up to 10 minutes, because it's the armor itself that carries the concentration, so you won't have to face any check. You endow yourself with endurance and martial prowess. Until the spell ends, you can't cast spells, but you gain the following benefits. And it's all in Xanathars here. You get 50 temp HP, you get advantage on attack rolls, you can hit twice instead of once per turn. You get proficiency in strength and constitution. You get proficiency in all armor, shields, weapons, and martial weapons. And when you hit someone, you also do an extra 2d12 of force damage.
Damn.
And once the spell ends, you have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or suffer 1 level of exhaustion. That's once a day, and it's a 50% chance on it recharging each dawn. So you might not get it back.
But
But it won't destroy
that
the
sounds
piece of
bad.
armor.
What kind of proficiency would you need to use it?
None, because you just tap it, say a command word, and bingo. It does the spell itself.
Oh yeah, but I mean the
It would be a
armor
medium
itself.
armor. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to wear it anyway.
Oh, you can wear it. You can't do it. You can't cast any spells while you're wearing it, but then you just, you use the spell inside it, and now you're a warrior.
I'm a warrior.
Yeah. So situational. Maybe you'll find a chance to use it. What were you going to say there, Zarzul?
Sounds bad, but you could almost use that on magic user to sort of boost them.
Mm-hmm.
You can.
That is exactly the use of it. It also makes more sense than using the spell as is. Because if you use the spell yourself, okay, now after using it you're proficient for 10 minutes in armor. Any good armor takes more than 10 minutes to put on.
Well, you'd also be already wearing the breastplate.
Well, you see, that's what I mean. In putting in the breastplate, the spell's there, so that's done for you. So you slip on the breastplate, you're fine. If you cast this as your normal wizard spell, first off, if you're wearing any armor, you won't be able to cast it, unless you've got the proficiency. So that's a couple of feats used. Secondly, it would be your own concentration, so you hit, you lose concentration, now you can't cast any spells, and you can't take this armor off. So it's a bit iffy as it is in the book, so it's now bound an item, maybe it'll be useful. Keep in mind though, it can still be dispelled or suppressed in an anti-magic field and whatnot. Also, you decide to inspect the wine. Yeah, it's good berry wine. 1 swig gives you 1 HP, and your basic nutritional requirements for a full day. Yeah, there we go. For medium armor, it would take 5 minutes to put it on, so it'd be half your spell gone. But 1 minute to take it off. So 10 rounds of combat. So keep that in mind, whoever's wearing it. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight's session. Any issues with next week?
Nope.
Don't think so.
Nope.
Excellent. Which is good because you have also leveled up. You are now level 7.
Woohoo!
Oh boy.
So you get a week to deliberate on all the weird stuff. Also, Droop is now level 3.
Yay.
Did Pufflesworth level up?
No. He's been involved in less combats than Droop.
But he ate some spider.
He
No.
did.
And he got a tummy ache.
But was he the killing blow, or did the horses do that? So yeah, roll your hit dice and whatnot, and work out what you want to have, because 7 is a fun one.
Not really.
I will be taking a 5.
5 plus your mod.
Oh, plus my con mod, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I get 6
Yeah.
then.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Definitely
Alright.
take 6.
So you might have more hit points than me now, darling. I think you already did.
Well, how many hit points do you have?
I only have 60.
I
Okay.
have 54.
Oh,
I have
more hit points.
55.
Yeah.
We'll find out after I make a roll, but
Yeah,
I've
you
got
could-
some things. to
Yeah,
look
because
up.
I was at 51.
She's got to just roll her hit dice and take it.
Yeah.
What kind of warrior are you, man?
I'm a little short on hit points, okay?
A little short on other things.
Alright, time to get everything that did. Oh! A new spell, 4th level, and more importantly, yes, another invocation.
And now to pull
Hey,
the
I
plug on
actually
this.
have 40.
What I like to hear.
I actually have 40 hit points now.
Nice.
Nice.
Could make it 90 with one little spell.
See,
Yeah, we'll
no, I
be
still
back
only have
next week.
2, but I get level 4 spells, yeah.